Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. Back with another live stream talking about this here boxing. Um, I want to recap last night's fights. Just talk about what's coming up, preview a couple of fight cards, and just talk about boxing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a great night last night. You got unification. It was a 50-50 fight coming into the fight with Alexander Volchik versus Arthur Beterbiev. It was a good fight to me. Um, Beterbiev, he was just too good last night, and he continued with his pressure. And the thing I like about it, he wasn't rushing his stuff, rushing his work, and that's one of the things I point out in the breakdown video. You know what I'm saying about Beterbiev, that he's more polished than what people give him credit for because they see him for all the knockouts and whatnot. But he actually know how to set that thing up. Salute Robert Stewart, Chris Reiner. So he actually know how to set that thing up, and he just kept with the pressure, and the body work was on point. I thought it was more close. Well, the scores they had Vultures up. You know what I'm saying at the time. I actually thought Vulture was winning too. To be honest, I thought he was. I think a lot of the work he was doing in them tight rounds, I thought he was winning with his boxing, but obviously Brother Beard was coming on down the stretch. The scores had it. They had it 6 rounds to 3 for Volchik and 5 rounds to 4 at the time of the stoppage. So, you know what I'm saying? They was right along with my card, but it wasn't like no dominating performance. I just thought he was winning some of those close rounds because it's boxing. But as you can see, the body punching, man, was crazy. Beterbiev, man, he like I said, he's a destroyer. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's not reckless though. You know what I'm saying? He set his stuff up, had a good jab. That right hand to the body was folding up Vulture. And as you can tell, as you can see late in the fight, he was going whip. You know what I'm saying? You can see that early in the fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of knockdowns that they didn't score. You know what I'm saying? One they missed. And then, they missed a couple. Then they scored one that was a knockdown. Then a couple, the referee, I ain't like the referee coming into that fight. So it is what it is. Can't diminish what Brother BF did, man. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was impressed by Brother BF. Yeah, me too. I like his poise. Like he didn't get flustered with all the movement. Uh, he just stayed to what he needed to do, and he broke him down. And that's what when I talked about before in my other live streams, when I like watching fighters when they win the world title, how they win it. Are they getting gifted that shit or they coming to take it? And Brad Bia went and took that shit. And that's the good thing about him. You know what I'm saying? You know what he's coming to do. You know what I'm saying? He does it differently. You know what I'm saying? He does it in a way that you don't expect it. See, I think a lot of people, like you said, was impressed. I was impressed too because I thought he even showed another wrinkle. You know what I'm saying? The way he was boxing, like he was boxing real well. The fight was close. You know what I'm saying? But I thought, what I'm saying, you can see how he was breaking him down. Uh, he took it well. Yeah, well, so yeah, he did take it, man. Halfway through this, happy birthday, bro. Yeah, them body shots, man. And the thing I like about BF, man, that's underrated, he don't load up with his shots, yo. He just everything is straight, crisp. You know what I'm saying? He get you obviously he heavy handed. So I think that's even more dangerous. So imagine if he loading up with his shots and actually hitting you. And he hitting you with straight punches that's folding these guys up and stopping them. Like when he stopped them, it was an accumulation, but it wasn't like no dominant, like no crazy ass knockout. He was just, I think part of the old boy, he beat the fight out of him because he was ready to quit in between rounds. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but he was about to quit. Teddy had to hit him, he had to motivate him. He smacked him, I think, and he just took the wheel off him. And Beterbiev, man, he got a different type of motor too. Like I ain't see him gassing for air, and as a big puncher, that's what you expect. You know what I'm saying? Beterbiev had some good calculated pressure. Yes, sir. He sure did, man. It was very calculated, very smart, um, real, um, precise. Now, Vulture was doing some good stuff in there. He was snapping Beterbiev heads back a couple times with right hands, and his jab was okay. He was committed to his jab and stand behind it. And it was just one of them things where I just think Beterbiev, the mental pressure too. So when you got a guy physically stronger than you, big power, he eating everything you give to him, that shit affects you mentally. You know what I'm saying? No excuses. I think Vocic brought his best that he brought. And it was looking like one of those fights we had the last couple of weeks with Triple G and Derevchenko and Spencer Porter, where you got two top fighters in that division, going neck and neck, and that's what it was to me. Beterbiev stopped Kovalev easy. I think he stopped him, but I think it'll be kind of like this fight because he gonna have to get like it's some stuff he has to get past with Kovalev. Kovalev does have a good jab and a good right hand, and I think he a bigger puncher than Vosh, so he'll be able to get his attention. And I think Kovalev is more focused on boxing, but I do think he gets stopped though. Because Beterbiev, if you're not gonna put no shit on him, he coming. But he's not coming reckless. He's just like I said, the mental pressure along with the physical. But yeah, I agree. I think he stopped him. It might be easy because I mean, shoot, you never know because a lot of these guys don't want to fight Beterbiev, so it's a reason. So I'm with you though, Robert Stewart. You never know though. That's the fight that if Kovalev win, definitely. I think Beterbiev has the best chance to be undisputed at light heavyweight because he got the power, bro. And it's not just the power; it's just you can't do nothing to him, and he can do everything to you. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10, and he's not like I said. I love his poise and how he set things up. You know, yeah, I think he started going to when he started going to the body, that changed the fight. And it wasn't like he was throwing left hooks to the body. He was throwing straight punches to the body. That's how dozen his punches are. Both just had a nice 1-2 in the first 2 rounds. He did great. Yeah, he was doing great, man. I think it was a couple of rounds. It was a lot. It was about 2 or 3 swing rounds where I kind of edged it to Vashi. But like I was saying, like when I posted in Marlowe's chat, shout out to them. Um, I was saying like I thought Vulture was winning the rounds by like a hair. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought the Bia was winning rounds by a hair, but I think maybe to like the 7th or 8th round when the body shots started taking like crazy effect, the dude folded over a couple times. I thought he was gonna drop, and those from straight punches. Now imagine if he put the hook with it or right hand to the like a right hook to the body, man. Um, Body shots with four. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm with that. I think because his body shots is different. Like he can touch Kovalev to the body with a jab and get Kovalev in trouble. Uh, that jab Beterbiev threw to the body. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Man, that dude took a timeout, didn't he? He was on his AJ game. I watched the replay. At first, I thought like maybe I don't know if he hit him low or he slipped on something. But if you watch the replay, Beterbiev hit him with a left jab to the body, and then old boy took a timeout, man. He took a 20-second timeout. Like, damn, how you gonna just do that in the middle of the fight? And that right there is signs of, you know what? He's about to be gone, boy. He wilted under the pressure. Like, stuff like that. It's just I don't know. I'm not gonna. If you hit me with a body shot, I'm gonna try my best to disguise it, unless it shit just hurt that bad. And I feel like boxers gotta have a poker face. You know what I'm saying? You just can't let him see that you that affected by a body shot. And that was a jab to the body. And like I said, it wasn't like a big dead shot. It wasn't nothing he was loading up on. It was just a quick shot to the body. You know what I'm saying? He did right and looked at his hand. Yeah, yeah, I thought he like wiped something off of his shorts or something. Like I don't know. Yeah, he did look at his hand. Damn, that shit. That dude punched so hard. Damn, that's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the punching power, man. It's like that's something you can't teach. You can teach now. I think you born punching like that, and then you teach him technique to make it even better. And whew, that boy is just man. And light heavyweights. they bloom late like the heavyweights. I think Beterbiev 34. You know what I'm saying? A lot of some of the good heavyweights that I remember, they bloom late, 36, 37. Look at Glenn Johnson. He was a road warrior. What's up, Samuel Shaw? And he bloomed late. You know what I'm saying? He beat Roy and Tarver back to back. Tarver was a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? So I think Brad Beal got about 3, 4 more years now. Especially punching like that. That's the last thing to go. So damn, it was a good fight though. You know what I'm saying? A 50-50 fight that was highly contested. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong as a boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? What you had Beterbiev winning all rounds, because I see some people had it flip flop, and I understand. I ain't tripping because I think was that type of fight where you can have it 6-3 to Beterbiev, and then you can have it maybe I won't give him 6-3 to Vulture, maybe 5-4, but hey, that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Take it out of the hands of the judges. And that shut up everything I'm talking like, oh man, Vulture was up. I can't even say, well, Vulture was up at the time of the stoppage. That shit don't mean nothing. He got stopped. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a great fight though. Luis Collazo versus I'm trying to say this dude's name. Akamara I can't say it. I sound like Scooby Doo in this bitch. But Spence Mandatory, let's put it like that. I gotta put his name like that. The Punisher. Um him and Collazo had a good fight, you know what I'm saying? Um yes, he's Spence Mandatory. And we all know he's not ready for that for Spence. But as far as this fight, I mean Collazo, he got hurt in the fight. I believe he re-injured his bicep. He wasn't throwing his left hand for nothing. But he did a nice adjustment after the first round because the guy was piecing his ass up. He switched to southpaw, hit him with an overhand left, and kind of got him off guard. So Collazo switched it up. He started walking him down, pushing him back, and that dude was uncomfortable on the back foot. And Collazo had some pop, and if he could kind of cut the ring off, you missed the Collazo fight. It was a good fight though. Collazo got hurt in the fight. He got cut. Um, I thought he was coming on. It was kind of even after 5. It was a 10 round fight, so I thought it was kind of even fight. But then I think he got hurt, and his stuff started to go down. Did you pick Brother BF as one of your picks? No, I picked Vulture. I picked Vulture to win by unanimous decision. I was almost there. Because look, think about this. Uh, they had the 6 rounds. Two judges had one judge had 6 rounds to 3 for Vulture. One had 5 rounds to 4 after 9 rounds. So if he would have stayed on his feet, I know if whatever he got stopped. So I ain't nothing I can say. But if he would have stayed on his feet, I would have been right. Because I was when I make my picks, yes, I break it down and I do all that background shit. I do. But I also think about the politics of it too. Now, if you look at that fight last night, that referee, he was all on board for Vulture. You know who he wanted to win. Like I got a tweet, bro. I'm gonna put that in the chat. I tweeted earlier yesterday. I said when somebody said Gary Rosado, that's the ref. He's gonna ref the Vulture Brother BF fight. I was like, man, I don't like that dude because he be pushing the fighters too hard, bro. And I think you don't have to push them that hard. They already tired. They getting beat up by this dude. They getting hit in the face, hit in the stomach, whatever. And when you break them from a clinch, you push them all hard. So I put that as a tweet, and come to find out, what was he doing? He was pushing the more aggressive guy, Brother B. And he was kind of like protecting Vulture. So I know, like when I do my predictions, I break down the whole shit, bro. I don't just break down who gonna win, A side, B side. I look at that shit, but I also look at the promotion part of it and all that good shit. And it wasn't like Bullshit wasn't in the fight, so it is what it is. But that Collazo fight was alright though. He started to do some stuff. He started to walk that guy down. I just think towards the end, the back half of the fight, he wasn't active enough, and the guy just outworked him. He was on the back foot, and he was winning the fight. He was winning the fight on the back foot. So, um, Yeah, man. So what's next for him? Uh, you know, you would say it'd be Spence, but it's not. We already know the situation with Spence, and just my humble and my educated guess. I don't think Spence coming back that soon. People say June, July. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, January. I'm sorry. People saying he's coming back in January, and he ain't, he ain't moving off that date to fight Danny. I disagree, bro. Like, if he gonna keep I feel if he gonna keep that date, he not fighting Danny. He not fighting the top. I think he would make that title defense against him. And I think the most logical thing is what the IBF gonna do, because you can't put no timetable on his recovery. I don't think this. I like. I'm glad he's okay. There's no crazy injuries, no broken bones, whatever. But you have to think he's not coming back in January, bro. Like, just off the what I'm saying, the dental reconstruction alone, bro. Like, just off of that, just off the strength of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he got some little aches and pains and shit like that. So you don't want to, and that's gonna slow down his. Spencer's a big boy, so him getting in there training, trying to lose weight, that's gonna derail that. That's gonna push it back at least a month or two. You know what I'm saying? It's October now. It's almost November. So I doubt it. People saying he is. I doubt it. But if he do, I don't think it's gonna be Danny. So what I think is gonna happen, I think the IBF is gonna order an interim fight. They don't really do a lot of interim fights. The last one they did, it was Uzkatigi versus Darrell Part 2. Y'all remember James DeGale got hurt, got beat up against Badu Jack, and he was out for the rest of the year. And then he fought Truex at the back end of the year and lost. Well, he fought Badu in January, then he didn't fight Truex until December. He had shoulder surgery, so they ordered an interim fight between Uzkatigi and Darrell based off their controversial first fight. So that was the last time. That's the most recent time. So that's a reference point for me. So I'm thinking, shit, they're gonna do the same thing. And the next guy in line is Sergey Lipinets. If you go check out their rankings, Lipinets is next. So I can see them ordering that fight as, you know what I'm saying, as an interim fight for Spence. So if Spence does vacate or something happens where he can't defend the title, then you got a champion right there. Now, another side to that, let's say Spence need to get some stay busy fight or a feel good fight. That guy last night, that's a good feel good fight. That's a that's a drop down in competition. You don't have to face Danny. You don't have to, because I think if he come back at 900%, Danny gonna beat him, bro. I don't care how much people love him and shit like that. He can't fight Danny less than 100%. You know what I'm saying? I doubt he beat him. But I think the IBF gonna order an interim title. They're gonna let Spence recover, and I think Spence gonna end up fighting dude or fighting like that later. If he does come back in January and fight Danny, I'd be pleasantly surprised. I wouldn't like the move because I don't like that's too close for me. I want you to be 100%. I don't want no excuses, and I don't want nobody to bash you off that if you have a bad performance. Yeah, I think Spencer's going to come back in March against Dan. See, I'm with that. Uh, Danny hitting hard might mess around and break his reconstruct him off if he comes back in January. What's up, Mike Biz Boxing? Yeah, I just think January is too soon. Now, yeah, March is okay because I think give him 2 months to recover, then give him 2 months to training. If you have him come back now, and peep game, they want to do a pay per view. So that means who gonna sell that fight? Andrew Garcia. They put a muzzle on him. Who gonna sell the fight? Danny is not the most sellable. You know what I'm saying? He dope on his Instagram when he doing the you know what I'm saying, the when he doing the Scarface shit. You know what I'm saying? The Tony Montana shit. He dope on Instagram, but when he promoting the fight, he boring, bro. So who gonna promote that fight? You know what I'm saying? Spence is not the best promoter. Spence don't really start promoting the fight until the last 2 weeks of the of before the fight. Sean Porter promoted that last fight. What's up? I am Ill Will. What's good, bro? I am Ill Will. So if it's a pay-per-view fight and Spence still trying to come back in January against Danny, this is my opinion, man. I just think that's too soon because he gonna you gotta promote the fight, bro. He gonna have to say something unless they're gonna narrate the hell out that shit because people want to see how he recovered from that shit. Like, is he back? You know what I'm saying? You got two guys that's really not. I just think it'd be better keep that same fight, but push it back to March or April. You know what I'm saying? If Spence is 100%, I think if you do it now, you're not doing him justice. I don't think you're doing the sport justice if he's not ready. If he's ready, and he ready to go in there and get it in with Danny. Oh, hey, I'm all for it because I think that's a good fight too. But you know, I'm just speaking from a logical point of view, situation, whatever. So, but that's his mandatory. The guy last night for Collazo, man. He don't got enough for Spence. He don't got enough for these top guys. Like I always say, man, the top six guys at welterweight, Bud, Spence, Pack, Porter, Keith, and Danny, if they fight each other, it's gonna always be 50-50. It's gonna always be given to, I think that fight get decided in the last couple of rounds, championship rounds and shit like that. But anybody under that, other than Ugas, I think Ugas would have a shot if he come in 100% against any one of those guys. But I don't think he win. But anybody other than that, Igis Kavalauskas, this guy last night that fought Collazo, Jamal James, who else we got? What's with? Berto, Alexander, Victor Ortiz, even Mikey. Mikey is below that if he stay there. You know what I'm saying? Jerron Anderson is on the come up, but I don't know if he's ready for these guys. Right? I know what I think he'll have a decent opportunity to beat him. I think it's 50-50 though. I wouldn't favor him over him just because I want to see a youth movement, but I'm not like saying, oh, he's gonna run through Lipinets. Lipinets is another one. Uh, Miguel Diaz, the guy who was to fight Berto before Berto got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So if they fight each other, it's 50-50. But if anybody outside of Ugas, because I think Ugas is the seventh best welterweight, anybody below that fighting the top guy, it's levels. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's not bad to me, but it's levels. Like a lot of people shitting on Eagles versus Bud. That narrative is crazy because Eagles real talk. If you look at it, he's a top 10 welterweight. And I don't know when in boxing where a champion, it was wrong for a champion to fight a top 10 guy. Like if anybody want to dispute that, let's look at what he did. See a lot of those guys after that seven, after Ugas, I'm putting Ugas up there, but after Ugas, they don't really got no big wins at welterweight. Lipinets moved up to welterweight, fought Bonet. I thought he lost that fight last year. I don't know, and then he fight Lamont Pearson. That was a good ass fight. Pearson, we know Peterson was not himself. That wasn't the best Peterson, but that shit was back and forth. And it wasn't like he wasn't touching up Lipinets. Spence needed to tune up, in my opinion. We don't know if his body or head trauma will react to get. So that's my point. And what a perfect tune up than that guy we seen last night. I wouldn't pick him to beat Spence at 70%. I'm just being 100 because the way Collazo was walking him down, and Collazo, he wasn't even exerting no energy. He was just walking to him. Just walking to him. The dude, he didn't even cut the ring off. Now imagine Spence in that. So that's why I was looking at that fight. I'm thinking like, damn, Collazo just walking to you, and you ain't doing nothing to offset that shit. Imagine that was Spence. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Because Spence, not only he do the same shit Beterbiev do. He got that mental pressure. Like, damn, this dude keep coming. What the fuck? And he got a good jab. He worked the body. You know what I'm saying? And once he get close, he dig into the body. And that guy last night, he was he didn't do nothing to offset what Collazo was doing. Collazo, he just wasn't letting his hands go when he got close. You know what I'm saying? But the pressure was there. And it's different when you got pressure from a guy that can punch like Spence than a guy like Collazo who won't let his hands go all the time. And the guy was getting that close to you, and he was just walking to you. Now that's why I was looking at. So yeah, if he need a tune up slash tune up slash get well fight, I think that guy last night to be Colossal, that's a good one. But if he gonna go into this shit less than 100% against Danny, I got Danny, bro. I got Danny, and Danny gonna sense that he a vet. He gonna sense that this not the same guy, and it is what it is. He needs the most feather fisted puncher possible. Yeah, I like I said, I think that guy last night was a good one. I think that's if he fight again, if he fights again. See, the whole purpose. This is a lot of people don't understand. That's why I like to get into these politics and boxing and all that good shit. Um, yeah, yeah. Robert Stewart. So if y'all know this man, like with PBC, like they not the quickest to make fights. You know what I'm saying? And like the night of the fight after Spence beat Porter, they damn near announced Danny Garcia. January 25th had a date and everything. You know how they do us. They'll tell you the fight gonna happen, but they don't tell you no date. They don't tell you nothing. They just say this fight is next, and then we like, man, when the fight gonna get announced? When the fight gonna get announced? And they got a fight in January. They announced that shit December the 3rd or something. You know what I'm saying? So it made the fans like, man, what the fuck going on? So my thing was the IBF. You know the IBF don't fuck around with their mandatories. Now this guy, he hasn't been. Or see, it's a difference. You can be the mandatory, but if you're not ordered, then that shit don't mean nothing. You're just a regular old contender. But once they order that joint, then it's a wrap. The IBF, if they order their mandatory, that's a wrap. So that's what I was saying. The dude, he won the mandatory in one spot, but he didn't get ordered that shit yet. So that's why he can fight Collazo in a 10-round fight, not sanctioned by the IBF. That shit won't sanction. You know what I'm saying? And people do that shit all the time. If you were spot the guy, Camille, who about to fight Triple G, he about to be the mandatory for the IBF. He was on the undercard of Triple G Derevchenko. He fought an 8-rounder. He the mandatory. Because the people was saying, how he can become a mandatory and he fighting a 10-round fight? Because it's not sanctioned by the sanction body. You don't lose your position. Same thing with Igis Kavalauskas. He won a mandatory position fight last year. I think it was on the undercard. I forgot what card it was on. It might have been Saucedo versus Hooker. It was on that card. And he was a mandatory then for Bud. And then he had a fight. Think about it now. He fought in March against a slick southpaw, tall, rangy, slick southpaw, and Ray Robinson. Why would he fight a guy like that where he can fight the easiest opponent available? You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to get ready for Bud. You know that shit's coming. And that's what I would want my guy to do, to fight a guy kind of similar, kind of same dimensions, something you're gonna see in the fight. Now look at this guy last night. He fought Collazo. Southpaw, come forward, aggressive. Who's like that? Who's the IBF champion? You know what I'm saying? So it's right on the wall. That's why like I ain't tripping when I see these matchups because I'm like, oh, he trying to get ready for this guy, get the kinks out. So okay, I'm good. I'm with it. Maybe Omar Figueroa rematch with Mikey. Says he wanted Jesse Vargas would be good. Um, yeah, I mean, I would say these guys would have a better chance, but I still think Mikey too small. I don't know what Mikey gonna do. He's like the hardest one to guess. Jesse Vargas, he about to fight Liam Smith on the AJ undercard. And he had his opportunity last year. Omar Figueroa, I don't think this dude. Well, I can see that's a good fight for Spence, but for him, I'm speaking for him. I don't know, bro. That dude training himself, his sister in the ring, walking around all crazy. Nah, bro. I don't care about seeing the fight, but Omar Figueroa ain't ready for that work. Jesse Vargas, last year he turned down the IBF final eliminator to fight that guy that fought Collazo last night, the Punisher. He turned it down. So that just tells you if I think, you know what I'm saying, if that's possible. But I understand what you're saying, though, Chris Randall. Those are like fights for him, good fights to come back to. You know what I'm saying? But Jesse Vargas, that dude, he about to go fight Liam Smith or whatever. But yeah, man. So back to Beterbiev though, like I was talking about the IBF, he already had a mandatory that he had a mandatory order already. You know, a lot of people, it's a misconception in boxing, an overused term. You know what I'm saying? That is uh, unifications trump mandatories. That's not the case, bro. It's not the case in the IBF. Vargas fights at 154 now. Yeah, yeah, for Spence plus he beat Spence in amateur. Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I just think if Spence next fight, I think he gonna either fight his mandatory, which that shit is long overdue. Let's be 100, or he gonna have a big fight. That's why I think they made Danny fight so quick because they knew that mandatory shit was coming. You know what I'm saying? They knew that shit was coming. So, like I said, PBC don't normally make fights that quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about it now. They don't make that shit that quick. If they announce it, sometimes that shit get pushed back. They announce they announced Wilder Ortiz like the first week of June. We getting that shit in November. You know what I'm saying? That's a long ass time. Um, so I think I think they was kind of like in a rush. Like, let me go ahead and make this fight with Danny, announce it, and then before the IBF ordered that shit, they can't really do nothing to him because you got an exception. The IBF is man, they at least they stick by their rules. If I think it's in like a voluntary stage. When you're in the voluntary period, you can fight anybody you want to, as long as it's approved by the IBF. So that they went ahead and ordered that fight and got permission because the dude he wasn't gonna get ordered until like the beginning of probably the end of this year or maybe next year. So it makes sense to go ahead and try to get that Danny fight out the way, but the car accident or whatever. But Brother BF, he in the same type of situation. He got an IBF mandatory. They got Mean Fei Long, something like that. He's from China. Um, he's a southpaw boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? Kind of slick. Um, he was ordered to fight. Now they ordered that fight. Brother BF hasn't had a mandatory since he's been champion. You know, a lot of people was ducking him. They had to run through the the IBF rankings like 2 times or whatnot. So this guy, the Chinese guy, he fought at the IBF convention back in June. I think it was on the same day Charlo fought Brandon Adams. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped in that fight to this guy from Germany or some shit like that. I think, yeah, it was something like that. So if a dude fighting for the mandatory in China at the convention, oh, he gonna get his shot, bro. He gonna get his shot. And he with Rock Nation. They got a little bit of pull. And I think Beterbiev going to China to get that money. You know what I'm saying? In a title defense versus that Chinese guy. So don't be surprised, yo, when you see when you see headlines. It might be around the Chinese New Year or something like that. Because Japan, they have a lot of big fights during like New Year, like December 31st, December 30th. Chinese, I think their New Year's is like in January or some shit like that. I'm not sure. And that's like a big festive thing over there. So Brother Bia versus my man, me and Fei Long, softball. Get to know him, man. That's why I like to do like these guys. I look at the rankings, I see I'm like, damn, how the hell he get mandatory? Then I go back and watch his fights and look at his pedigree, see what he did, what type of fighter he is, how will he match up against Brother BF and shit like that. I mean, he's a good southpaw boxer, counterpuncher, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep Brother BF off of him. That guy's destroying. And also too, look at the logistics of the fight. That shit in China, that shit not too far from Russia. So I'm pretty sure um Russians can be able to go over there and support them or whatnot. I don't know how big his fan base is, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk. It's a little card going on tonight. I don't know if you guys want to check it out. It's early though. I don't know how y'all time zones looking, but they got the zone card, man. Now they got when people hear UK cards, you know what I'm saying? They automatically get skeptical. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Marcus Johnson? They automatically get skeptical. They're like, man, these some UK bonds or whatnot. So what I do, I just kind of take it for face value and be like, you know what? This card is like a showbox card. You know what I'm saying? It's like a showbox card. You got a bunch of prospects on it. You got some decent names. Savannah Marshall's on that card. We all know her from beating Carissa Shields and the amateurs, and that's her claim to fame. She's fighting on the card. Her competition hasn't been great. Uh, so she's fighting another kind of German type of lady that her best weight is like 147, something like that. So she should win this fight. But it's interesting to see her fight because every time I watch a fight, I try and figure out like how the hell she beat Carissa Shields. Maybe because Carissa Shields is like 17 and she was like 21, 22 or some shit. I don't know the age difference. Maybe she just had a little bit more to it. I don't know. But I like to, scope out, see what's up. Uh, One of the heavyweight prospects is on the card. Martin Coley. He lost to Michael Hunter last year. He's fighting Kevin Johnson. Seems like he won't never go away. Kevin Johnson just had a fight last week against a prospect from Pakistan. 8-round fight. He went all 8 rounds. And I don't understand how he getting a license, bro. And he don't even come to fight. He just sit down the ropes in the shoulder roll to get beat up on by these young guys, man. That's just crazy. But this guy Coley should win that fight. Oh, so to the Regis and Josh, who you got, Lawrence, or are you going back and forth? I was going back and forth, but I got Regis though by decision. I think he's gonna get a decision out there. I think it's gonna be back. It's gonna be a back and forth fight early, but I think Regis gonna turn it up, and he gonna win a clear decision. Now whether he get that decision, I don't know, but I think he gonna win a decision. He may stop him. We'll see. I'm thinking Regis, Prograis, and Josh Taylor going to go like Beterbiev and Voces in a way with Taylor boxing good, but at the end Regis might be too strong and hit too hard. They're going to be a good one. Yeah, it is. Salute to you, Marcus Davis. Um, yeah, man, I can see that like that. Um, I think Josh Taylor, he's a problem, bro. He's a problem for Regis. Regis, because his height, I think his height and his the way he sit down on his punches, so you're gonna have to respect him. It may be a technical fight because this is a big fight for both of these guys. Excuse me. It's a big fight for both of these guys, so they can come out kind of tentative. And I know this shit's cliche, but really, the first one who make the mistake first, you know what I'm saying? Who gonna impose their style? Because like this fight is 50-50 too. You know what I'm saying? Regis don't get hit too much like he'll KO Taylor. Okay. Yeah, Regis' defense has improved. You know what I'm saying? I remember last year, man, everybody was going in on Regis, man. He getting hit too much. He fought the guy in his hometown fight. Velasco won, I think Jose won Velasco. He was getting hit, staying in the pocket. He was dominating, but he was getting hit. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh man, Josh Taylor would murder him. Now the tide done changed. I always thought Regis would be I'd always thought this fight would be competitive. Taylor do get hit. It's a lot of stuff to look out for. Like Taylor get cut a lot. You know what I'm saying? Both of these, like, how they gonna adjust with both of these guys being southpaw? Josh Taylor can switch to righty, and you know what I'm saying, in some phases of the fight. He can box righty. I seen him fight in that stance before. He's a dog too. You know what I'm saying? He's coming. You gonna like y'all gonna see it the way in. He gonna be in Regis shit. You know what I'm saying? He like that. He coming. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wins is definitely top 10 pound for pound. I'm with that. I think you gotta give Beterbiev some love too. Josh is definitely a problem. Yeah. You know, Josh has a better repertoire, I think, as far as punches. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can land, like, he got a nice uppercut, right hook, you know what I'm saying, straight left hand. I think his best punch is the uppercut to the body. I think he had a nice ass body punch. Regis has a good jab, but he don't really do too much hooking off the jab. he's strong, studying. He got some studying power. So I seen him jab people and push them all the way across the ring with a jab, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's strong. And I think both of these guys are big junior welterweight. So maybe it's gonna work to both of the I think both of these guys gonna be strong in this fight because if I'm not mistaken, they don't have to do the IBF 10 pound, next day weigh in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a unification fight. So I think them guys gonna be up to about 160. I'm telling you, 160, 157. There's some big dudes. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor like 6 foot, 5'11", maybe. But when I seen them together, the height difference didn't look too crazy to me. And that you know, it kind of alarmed me a little bit because I was expecting he'd be kind of towering over the Regis, but it's a 50-50 fight, bro. I don't think he can go wrong with any prediction. However you say it, I like Regis though. You know what I'm saying? That next week gonna be crazy. Next week gonna be crazy, man. Because Shakur fighting for his first world title. You got Lubin back in action. He's been getting himself together since the KO loss. So I'm looking forward to see him fight. Robert Easter versus Granados. FA fight next week. Damn, it's something else. What's good, Storm B, man? It's a lot of good stuff, man. Like I said, it's like boxing been crazy. Like it's so many fights every weekend, so much stuff to break down, content, you know what I'm saying, to study these fighters and you can see what's next. Um, I'm really looking forward to Shakur next week because, like, I believe he's a special type of talent, and I think it's always special to see these guys win their first world title. You know what I'm saying? See what he about. He's fighting a guy that's coming with it though. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what's good? There's a lot of non-big star fights next weekend. Yeah. H Money, Mr. The Zone, salute, bro. What's good, man? In the building. Um, yeah, man, it is. It is. Let me see if I remember off top. I know you got like three different cards. Uh, got like three different cards next on the 26th. The guy from Thailand is like 53 and 0. Just signed with is 105 champion, WBC champion. He supposedly broke. Man, these casual guys be killing me. That he broke Floyd's record, 50-0 record. Like, come on, man. I seen people 50-0 before, a long time ago. But no, he just signed with Golden Boy. He fights at 100. I can't pronounce his name, but he fights on the 25th. I think Lou DiBella got a card on the 24th. Got some little low-level fighters on there. So I'll be watching all that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? One way or another. But, yeah, the 26th is dope because you got Regis in the morning. You got Regis and Regis and Taylor in the morning. You got Shazor versus Price. That's a little fun heavyweight fight, you know what I'm saying? Who else they got on the card, man? Can't remember off top. Oh, you got Ricky Burns versus Lee Selby, man. I ain't really that fight don't do nothing for me. But it's on the card. Yeah, man. Josh Grid Jr. fighting next week. So I want to see how he bounced back because you know what I'm saying, he has an opportunity to fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? He won eliminated IBF and he's supposed to fight. He's fighting Antonio Nieves from Ohio. Is it true Loma Duck and Haney? I think Bob Arum is. I don't think Lomachenko don't want that fight. I think Bob Arum is. You know what I'm saying? I think I think I'm optimistic with this boxing shit. I think the fight gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? If it don't, then I think that would be a bad look on Lomachenko because Haney is ready. Like you can't say Haney is a less of an opponent than any of the guys you've been fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's trying to get this undisputed shit. So I'm okay with him getting it. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't want to take that tough fight in between while he wait for Teofimo and Comey, I'm cool with it, bro. I'm cool with it. But I think after he get undisputed and then still sounding like that, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the number one challenger right there. The IBF don't have no mandatories right now. The WO, they haven't had one. They might have one coming up, but I'm not sure. The WA, you never know, bro. They got like 5 different champions, so you never know how that works. So I think if he become like, excuse me, if he get the winner, I think he gonna end up fighting the winner, Teofimo and Comey, like in April or May. After that, and they still talking the same shit. Like, oh, we ain't gonna fight Devin Haney and all this. Even if they franchise him, it's still. I think then it's a problem. Then it's a duck situation because you look at the landscape of 135. Once you the champion, once you up there, you undisputed. You gotta fight the next best guy. And if you look at it, the next best guy would be Devin Haney. So I don't understand why you want to make the fight. Devin Haney is the next Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. I like his work ethic. I like how hear about him getting in no trouble. Every time I see something about him, either in the gym or he talking about a fight. So I think he loved the sport. The zone took over boxing. I don't know about that. I mean, like I said, I think you was in here last time. I was saying, I think what they did was good. They created competition, bro, and I like that shit because the way I seen it last year after Showtime announced their big schedule with Wilder Ortiz and Mikey, Mikey fought Lipinets, AB and supposed to be AB and Figueroa, but Figueroa put out when they announced all them fights on Showtime. After that shit was dormant, and then the Zone came along, starting to stir the pot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get offer these fighters this, offer these fighters that, and a lot of people don't like Eddie Hearn off the strength of me. I'm speaking for myself. I ain't really mess with Eddie Hearn off the strength of how he did the negotiations with Wilder and Joshua. I think he denied the fans of a big fight instead of saying, being 100, hey, we ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take this fight, and then we're gonna do it. Because he do hella interviews and he'll break down who gonna fight who. So that's all he had to say, and I would have been okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but I would have been okay. Okay, they're not ready. But it still sounds crazy because you're a champion and you saying you'll stop Wilder in 3 rounds. But okay, whatever. But at least you said it. Now you don't have fight fans hoping and dreaming like, yo, we need this belt. I mean, I bet if you go in the YouTube archives around that time, man, they probably got damn near 2,000 videos about that one topic. People wasn't on YouTube making Eddie Hearn famous, bro. For real. I heard him before that. I know who he was. I know he a promoter. But damn, YouTube boxing media channels, they made Eddie Hearn one of the biggest stars in boxing. Anybody can come contest that. Think about that shit now. This dude got hella videos. He's the villain. He's the villain to a lot. And a lot of people, he got a lot of support. This is the only promoter I know that got fanboys. Put that shit in perspective. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. People want to interview this dude more than they want to interview the fighters. And that's not really based off, what he's doing in UK. Because what he did in UK, that shit don't resonate over here. It's because all these all these hate Eddie Hearn channels that dissecting every move he making. That shit made him a star. Crazy how that shit worked. Because I think if you just let that shit don't even talk about that dude. Don't say nothing about him. He wouldn't because he watched the videos that made about him. And he go back and play off that shit. So they made this dude a star when he didn't deserve that shit. They could be building up other fighters or other people who actually risking their lives. And you know what Eddie all about? He about the paper and everything. I heard, man. I started to investigate Eddie Hearn my damn self. I'm like, damn, who? Like, I know him. I know Matchroom Boxing, Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn, but the fuck, like this dude a star. Like when he go to these events, he get mobbed, bro, by reporters because they want that soundbite. They want it because they see what the YouTube boxing community is doing and what they did for him, so they just feed off that. It's crazy. Loss was good, man. Big Mike Biggs said facts. Yeah, man. So I like this shit. Like you like boxing. It's like it's crazy because it's everywhere now. Like I can remember like go back 10 years ago, even further than that, where I didn't know what was happening in between the fights. I know my uncle had a subscription to Ring magazine and KO magazine. I remember that. Or was it the same? I'm not. I know he had a boxing magazine, and that's how we knew what was going on. Like in the mid '90s or whatever, where I grew up in 2000s, they didn't have all this shit. Now everything is accessible. I ain't know nothing about no A side B side shit. I ain't know that about that. I ain't know how much these guys was making. I didn't know the politics behind it. I knew Don King was crooked as hell, but that's about it. I didn't know about all this other shit. So it's so accessible now. So many fights. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff to watch where we didn't have that before. Even just recently, I remember it'd be some big fights that I want to watch. Like I remember I wanted to watch Butte versus Carl Froch over here in the States. I couldn't find, like, how can I watch it? They even had that shit on. They didn't even have it available for pay-per-view here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Skybox or whatever. Skybox office. And my thing was like, damn, how can us US fans that love the sport, how can we watch these big fights? That was a big fight at the time, unification. Butte versus Froch. Man, I don't remember how I watched that fight. One of my homeboys had a stream or something. He did some bootleg shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but now look at it now. You don't have to do that. You got apps for that shit. You like if you go to people's Facebook page, the promoters Facebook page. 9 times out of 10, they streaming that fight on their Facebook page. A lot of people don't know. That's how I be watching all these fights. I go to Box Rec. I look at who the promoter. Then I go to Facebook, search the promoter. When I search it, they be like, "We going live in 15 minutes," and that's how I be watching that shit. So, Ring Magazine is still around. Yeah, it's still around. Um, we got to get Brooklyn Child. I got English Crow for him. I told him Arthur Beterbiev was smash that boy. Andre Ward ducked Butte for years. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that rumor that he ducked Butte. Um, I disagree, but I heard people talk about it. They said they had a fight in place after he won the World Boxing Super, not the World Boxing. What would they call it? Super Six. But I don't know. Butte was the only champion that joined the Super Six. So I don't know, bro. Let me know. And he was having a lot of fights in Canada. Shit was going his way. Old boy Andrade, he beat him, bro. The ref was cheating. So it goes both ways. I remember that, and I remember that too. But what sticks out to me, he had all his fights in Canada, while these guys was going life and death in a world box. I keep saying world box in the Super Six, fighting the best of the best. And you sitting in Canada fighting regular mandatories and shit. So hey, if he ducked him, he ducked him. I think if he ducked him, there's a reason. But if you look at it, you say he ducked him, or they say he ducked him. But who was you picking that fight? Ward or Butte? At that time, 2011, 2012. I got Butte. I mean, excuse me, I got Andre Ward. I'm tripping. I got Andre Ward. Bute versus Fraps was a great fight. What's good, Marlo's corner? What's good, Marlo? Top of the morning. Yeah, so like I said, it's a lot of stuff, man. Like even November 2nd, Kovalev and Canelo, man, that's a good ass fight too. Um, I think that's gonna be underrated. Um, you know, I think Canelo is he gonna have to do it. He gonna have to he gonna have to prove that he's the best in this fight. You know, I think Kovalev can be able to box and get out to a nice lead. Um, but we'll see though. We'll definitely see. Ryan Garcia, man. You know, it's time for him to start to step up and make some noise. He's getting passed up by these other young prospects and fighters. He's in a tough fight against Romero Dono. That's a good style matchup. But I think actually when I break down that fight, man, I think he got a good chance of stopping this dude. Because this dude coming wild hands like when he flinging with his punches. Excuse me, Ryan Garcia, he got fast hands. And if he's not so upright, he gonna be a problem. Because I think his biggest problem, he upright and he has hands down. So all you gotta do is step with him and punch with him. You can get him. But as far as this fight, when he fight this guy, he's shorter than him. He just take half steps back and let his hands go. I agree. Canelo not gonna walk through Kovalev like people think. Nah, I don't think nobody will ever walk through Kovalev. And I don't, like I said, if Kovalev can all box an all-time great like Ward for long stretches of the fight, then who is Canelo? Because I don't think Canelo is a better fighter than Andre Ward. Not my opinion. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. And he was all boxing Ward. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He was touching him up. He dropped him in the first fight, all jabbing him. In the second fight too, it was more like the first fight. It was just only difference was that big counter right hand that Ward hit him with. That shit got the ball rolling, bro. And that's how Canelo. See, a lot of people saying Canelo going to stop him to the body and going to work the body. That's a narrative. But sometimes it don't always go as the narrative as you want the narrative to go. I think the overhand right over the lazy jab when Kovalev in the back half of the fight. Because we all know Canelo is a great counter punch, and that's what's gonna be available. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna. I don't think he counter to the body like that. He counter to the head. He counter is either hooks or straight right hands over overhand rights. That's how Canelo counter. Now, if he get close to uh, Kovalev, yeah, he can work the body, but Canelo fights in spurts. I'm saying I can see Kovalev getting off to a good start, winning these rounds with the jab itself, straight right hands, and keeping him at bay. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping him at bay. But I think he's going to eventually slow down. Um, what's your opinion? Oh, let me I miss. Okay, I got sentiment about stoppage. Okay, I see you, Robert. What's your opinion on Canelo saying Boo Boo is boring and not interested in fighting him? That tells me he don't want he see a fight that he can possibly lose. It's a bad style matchup for him, and he don't want that fight. He don't want to fight no more slick guys like that. He want to fight guys that's kind of vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like Dan Jacobs not the slickest guy, so and he's vulnerable. He's been known to have a bad chin, and his ring IQ is kind of trash. Andrade is a difficult situation. Look, I don't know if you guys remember when he he kind of ducked. He ducked Andrade at 154. He was the mandatory for this is when Canelo was on that 155 shit. He was a mandatory for Andrade with WBO. He didn't want that fight, so that made kind of like, and then Andrade dealing with his promotional shit, and he got stripped because of inactivity. So Canelo, he wait till the belt got vacant, fight Liam Smith. How convenient, right? He been fighting at 155 now. Oh, now I can make 154. All right, now he beat Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you right there he didn't want that work because he had opportunity to fight him. So I don't think he want to fight him. I think the style, he's not ready to fuck with that style right now. And which to me, as a fan, I'm like, man, come on, yo. You fight the best guy in your division. But you can't he got his own rules now. You know what I'm saying? He got his own rules. He's a star of the sport. He can do what he want to do. Ain't nobody can say nothing about it. So you really can't you can critique him, but ain't nothing we can do. It ain't like he gonna pressure him. All the stars of boxing had their leeway and their advantages. All the way back. All you can go think about it. Sugar Ray Leonard, that dude come out 1 fight in 5 years, and he dictating terms with the middleweight undisputed champion of the world for like they've been middleweight champion for like 8, 9 years, 7, 8, 9 years. Come on, how he get that? How he get that leeway? What he did at middleweight, you know what I'm saying? So the stars of the boxing can do whatever they want to, and he had a chance to fight on that undercard of Liam Smith. It was Rosado versus Willie Monroe, and they posed at each other for 12 rounds. They was talking about Rosado. If he would have won, he would have got that fight with Canelo. He lost, so Canelo's team was like, "We're not fighting Willie Monroe." I don't care if Triple G stopped him. Um, Lost at Kovalev would smash Canelo to bits in my eyes. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dog barking might be a nah. That's the neighbor's dog. Yeah, they always want to bark when I get on this shit though. Uh, Robert Stewart, okay, talking to him. I think people are looking way past Kovalev. Yeah, man. Tell you, man, Kovalev fucking around be fight of the year of all his outside the ring shit. So I learned to do that. I learned to separate the outside the ring shit to what they do in the ring because the outside the ring shit, like that ain't my business. To be honest with you, I care less. Now I understand that the double standards and shit. If somebody that looks like me did that, a black man did that shit or whatever, then it'd be nonstop coverage. But Kovalev is just it's a side note. Like we had look at Victor Ortiz. Won't this dude charged for rape? You know what I'm saying? Last year, have y'all heard anything about this dude? I ain't heard shit, and I'm all way into boxing. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Now, if that was a brother rape charge, shit. Huh? I ain't heard nothing about Victor Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He talking about he want to fight Mikey, man. Get out of here. Mikey, my boy, we ain't give you that payday. Just messing around, but that's what I'm talking about though. So that's why I can't really get into it like that. I just go off what he said. I just keep it like that because then, you know, I started to get like emotionally into the shit. And that's not what I'm here for. But I mean, I think Kovalev going to have some good success against Canelo. He just have to be. I think. I think it's gonna be real tactical at first, and I think Canelo with his movement. I mean, body movement. I ain't talking about feet movement. Upper body movement, slipping and shit. That's gonna be an obstacle for Kovalev. If I'm Kovalev, and I'm pretty sure Bud McGirt's telling him, man, don't want to hit that. Don't even focus on his head, bro. Punch his ass to the chest, to the arm. You know what I'm saying? Punch him in the. You know what I'm saying? Straight jabs to the body because he stopped people with that jab to the body. You know what I'm saying? He got some thudding power too. Um, you know, he's not gonna get in a wrestling contest with Canelo because Canelo don't don't clinch like that and try to be rough. He'll clinch like when he clinch, he's just trying to, it's just clinch to stop your work. But he ain't clinching to try to get you tired like Andre Ward. So I don't think that I think both of these guys gonna get tired down the stretch, but I don't think it's gonna be as extreme like the Ward fights. You know what I'm saying? Even with Yard, he was getting tired, but Yard hurt him though. I think like Yard had that dude up out of there. And Canelo can do the same thing, but he can lose rounds though because Canelo he fights in spurts, like for real. Especially when his big fights, even with Jacobs. That's why I'm thinking I'm watching the fight I'm like, yo, Jacobs, yo, use your jab, bro. Be aggressive. Be aggressive and try to get these rounds. Because any little thing, any little crumbs you can get off Canelo, you got to get it. Because you already down 2 or 3 rounds before doing your ring walk. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it like that. And I don't think people sense the urgency. That's why I respected about Derenchenko. Derenchenko got dropped in the first round. He got cut in the second round. Third round to the last bell. That dude's sense of urgency was something crazy. Like he was fighting like, yo, I gotta get this, I gotta get this. And you can tell he didn't start to come on down the stretch like in the ninth round. He started coming on down the stretch in the third round. That's why I feel like he won that shit. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, I hear you. Victor Ortiz is a bum. What's good, Jalik the leader? KOD, what's good? You don't like Victor Ortiz? He quit, man. That's the worst thing you can be in boxing. A cheater or a quitter. And that dude was a quitter. For real, he quit. You good, bro. If Canelo loses, his favors his own due to business. And then won the third Triple G fight. Canelo, he'll do whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? He'll do whatever. That shit sounds good, but I don't like Canelo, he'll do whatever. He don't have to fight Triple G if he don't want to. He don't have to. Like Triple G. I think Triple G is right for the taking. I think he should take that fight and go ahead and get this show with, but I really don't want to see it, to be honest. I think it's gonna be the same old shit. It might be the same shit. But Triple G is vulnerable. But Canelo in a position where he don't have to do nothing he don't want to do. Regardless of how much money they paying him. Regardless of it. You know what I'm saying? Canelo going to retire sooner than people realize. I don't know. 29. Don't seem to be slowing down. Fighting two fights a year. Look like he recovered from his knee. I don't know. Maybe. You never know what these fighters got going on. I have a feeling Canelo is going to get knocked out the ring like Bernard Hopkins versus Joe Smith. Man, that'd be crazy. Maybe that happened. Joe Smith about to fight Jesse Hart, bro. Jesse Hart trying to get his payback for Joe Smith knocking out Bernard Hopkins and shit. Kovalev with KO Canelo. Okay. That would be something, man. I think when I look at it though, Kovalev has more advantages than Canelo in this fight. Other than, hand speed and maybe defense. But the bigger man, the bigger puncher, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, well, it might be even because Canelo does have. I mean that experience shit. Yeah, Canelo been the biggest fight, so yeah, I give it to him. He been the biggest fight possible with Floyd, and he been the man having his own big event. So and Triple G, okay, so I give him that. But I think like the physical strength and the physical stuff into it, like I don't think Canelo. I'll be surprised now if Canelo can walk forward behind the high guard like he did against Triple G and was taking that shit. I don't think so. I don't think he know about the power. I don't think he can take the power. What's the Kovalev purse with this fight? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I don't know his purse. I want to say, I think I seen something. It was like 9 or 10 million, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't think he'll take the power. That's a good one because it's different when you like if you go 12 rounds with Triple G and you know what he's bringing to the table. Okay, 7 or 8. Okay, and he gonna get sued for 8. Um, like it's crazy. Like if you go 12 rounds with Triple G, you know what that fighter brings to the table. So the next fight, he was just walking him down, and that kind of like, Kellerman said, Voce quit last night. Yeah, in the corner, he had like he didn't want to come out. He was acting like he didn't want to come out, but if you can go through, that experience, so you can be able to walk him down. And I think he was like pissed off at Triple G, so he fought that way. And it's crazy. But with Kovalev, I don't think he can fight that way because Kovalev one of his best punches is punching around your guard, like a little hook around the guard, right hand behind the guard, and keeping you at bay with the jab with his distance. See, that's another thing in this fight that's going on. The control, like how fighters control each other with the jab or with the stiff arm and whatnot. How he can create distance. Shit, that's nothing. Canelo getting way more. Yeah, he is. But that's something for Kovalev though, because Kovalev made like, if I'm not mistaken, when he fought Ward the first fight, I think he made like 900,000 or some shit, and Ward made like 6 million when he fought Ward the first fight. I don't know. Ward's second fight reported Kovalev didn't make anything. See what I'm saying? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I think Kovalev he gonna have a good fight with this guy. He's active. He's active now. I don't know how much the yard fight took out of him. So there's some questions. I don't know how Canelo going to adjust to the weight. There's no catch weight. There's no well, I haven't seen it. There's no catch weight, no rehydration clause. So we'll see, man. I appreciate that loss. We'll see how it affect, because you find a bigger man. You know what I'm saying? That's why his weight class is for a reason. Like I'm telling you, I think that shit gonna have an effect on him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have an effect. You know, there's some good fights that night too, man. Katie Taylor fighting that night, moving up to 140, bro. Trying to get her second division world title. You know what I'm saying? I always like watching her fight. She got, I mean, if you look at skills in boxing, like this, don't worry about the gender, but skills, I mean, Katie Taylor up there. She had a rough ass fight her last fight. I actually thought she lost, but skills and how she manipulate her, like her feet, her footwork. Shit, nice, good combinations. You know what I'm saying? Good counter punches. She nice. She just lost. She still got one of the highest skill set in boxing. I thought Delphine did win that fight 6 rounds before. Delphine Pearson is a beast. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't like surprised about it because Delphine Pearson was 43-1, and her only loss was like beginning of her career. She beat all the top girls in her weight class, 2 division world champion. Like that fight, a lot of people see. That's why I love to do what I do and do my research and do all that shit. That way, when other people, go, oh my God, she lost, I can't believe it, all this shit, man. What we've been knew about Pearson. She's a top 5 pound for pound fighter. She awkward as hell. She been around for a minute. She tough as shit. You know what I'm saying? She done been through like that police academy shit training. I think she is a police officer, or she in the army in her country. So she tough as hell. So that's why I be laughing. I be listening to people shit. Oh my God, she lost. She lost to a bum, whatever. I just laugh at the week. That's all I do. No, Katie can fight. Ain't no cap. She can fight. She got another tough fight in front of her, but she's actually gonna be the bigger opponent. If well, you don't do your research, but this lady, she coming up for one. She was a 130 fighter. She beat Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? The chick be on Instagram. Everybody be liking her pictures and shit. She can fight too. She moved up from 30 to 40 to get a belt, and she actually the smaller fighter. Katie is actually. I think this is gonna be a better fight for her because people don't like to talk about this shit, but when you gotta make a certain weight for like 10, 15 years, she fought she went to Olympics twice at 132, been in 35 her whole career, 13, 14 fights, however it is, and she's like 33 years old. Man, you need a break on your body trying to make weight. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Moving up might help her. We never know. But she is nice, and that ain't no cap. That's 100 because I actually know about it. If the women ain't a 10 out of 10 looks, not interested, I feel you. That's how some people do. That was a daylight robbery. Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a close. I thought that girl down the stretch. She turned that shit up, boy. She turned it up. KOD, yeah, I just want to see a girls gone wild fight. Yeah, she got the hot. Yeah, it's on her fights on YouTube. You don't gotta take my word for it. Just go look at it on YouTube. You don't believe me? I'm a visual learner myself. I heard Lemieux moving up to fight in December. Yeah, he's fighting December the 7th versus a guy named Max Burt Wax, some shit like that. Yeah, they got Sam Peter on that card. He's fighting Sam Peter and Sergey Lakovich is on that card fighting some heavyweight prospects. They're about to get smoked. Is Beterbiev with Heyman? No, he's not with Heyman no more. He ain't with Heyman. He got out of that one. So yeah, he got out of that one, and I believe Rivas did too. Both of them guys on the same because he had to see what happened with that one. He was only signed to Heyman if he was signed to that promoter, Jan Michelle, GYN Promotions. They promote. They like one of the biggest promoters in Canada. Jan Michelle. That was the Don Stevenson promoter. So they had a deal. If he's your promoter, Al Heyman is your advisor. So he had promotional issues with that guy for the longest time. He had signed with Top Rank, but that shit was null and void. Some shit like how Beterbiev did last year. We tried to sign with Bob Arum under the table, and that shit got revoked. So he was trying to fight that shit so he can get free. That's how he was able to have a one fight deal with the Zone. You know what I'm saying? Then Top Rank been wanting to get him. So that's how it happened. So they had a deal where if he was signed to that promoter in Canada, he works with Al Heyman. Because we look at the fighters they got, Don Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, was under him. John Pascal. See, that's research. There you go. You got to do your own now. Sam Peter, who's next? Who's next? Lil Beehive may potentially have the greatest skill set in boxing. Yes, I agree. He's number 5 in the WBA rankings at 130 for what it's worth. So it looks like he's on track, man. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, with the skill set, he got the charisma. He got all this shit to become a star in boxing. See, he got like similar skill set, and Devin Haney, Shakur, all them guys. I think they like on the same level. You know what I'm saying? It's not too if they somebody ahead, it's not too far. But what he got over them, that dude got charisma. He can sell a fight. Not saying like I haven't really seen them guys like do that. Now Shakur can, I like his style, whatever. But I think B Hop can transcend a little bit more because look, he already been in movies and shit. That documentary he did, the one he did was a Counter Punch. That shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? He into the Hollywood shit, doing movies and whatnot. And he can talk, bro. And he nice with it. So I would love in the future to see them guys mix it up. Him and Shakur, him and Devin Haney, any of the young guys, man. Alvarez still with Heyman. See, Alvarez, he's not. I don't know if he's still with him like that. I think he gone too because it's the same situation. Same situation. He wasn't gonna get that opportunity to fight Adonis Stevenson, so he went another route. He went go holler at Tyrant. Now he may be advised by Al Heyman, but it's not like you see what he had now. You see what happened to him. He lost that fight with Kovalev. They damn near revoked his shit. Now he was gonna sign a long-term deal if he would have won a rematch, but since he lost, this dude fight by fight, and he got injured. Holyfield's son come here. He fight on the Canelo undercard. Luis Collazo. Yeah, he's Al Heyman, and he's with Keith Conley, the same the manager of Kanaki, Jacobs, and Derenchenko, the New York fighters. I think he got Comey too. So yeah, I mean, I don't think like that's the misconception that Al still got Dan Jacobs and Jesse Vargas. So I just think it all depends on the promotional or how that works with the promoter. But Beterbiev, I know for a fact he was trying to get out that deal. Not that he didn't fuck with Al Heyman, it's because he didn't mess with the fighter. I mean, mess with the promoter. He couldn't get no fights. Nobody wanted to fight him. Okay, but see, that's a different thing though. Well, if you saying Alvarez, yeah, he's on the website. Collazo on the website. A bunch of guys on there that a lot of people know. Antonio Tarver on the website. He ain't fought in like 4 years. Got you. But you gotta understand. You can go do the research. Beterbiev and that promoter had issues, and the issues was because the guy couldn't get no fights for him. Even with Al Heyman, nobody wanted to fight him. So he had opportunity to go to top rank. He had a little one fight with the zone. Shit didn't work out. Signed with top rank. Top rank got the welterweight stable. Got the light heavyweight stable. That's the best fit to go. You know what I'm saying? You ain't proving nothing. Just because you can go to a website and see some pictures, I mean you proving something. Yeah, he wasn't with him. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where you never know if you with him or not because he's getting advised by him from a distance. And it says on the website, so yeah, he with him. It is what it is. But he's signed with Top Rank. But just because he signed with he's still with Al, that doesn't mean Beterbiev is still with Al. So what's the point? What are you trying to do? You want a link so I can smash? Or you just want to stay in the chat and just like you ain't making no point. My research is good. You can come. I drop the link. You come on. You can talk about anything you want to. That little dumbass Rod Strickland shit you talking about, bro. You can't fuck me on no basketball, boxing, music, whatever, life. Talking about Rod Strickland. Who better, Rod Strickland and Kenny Anderson? I mean, both of them guys, great players coming out. Cause I can switch it to the basketball shit and just as nice. Both of them guys are nice coming out. Me, in my opinion, I think Rod Strickland had a better career. After Kenny Anderson got traded to Charlotte, he was basically a journeyman in the league. You know what I'm saying? He got bounced around from team to team, and his off the court situation started to mess him up. It's well documented he was an alcoholic. Rod Strickland still was averaging a double with the Wizards, the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? The Bullets before they became the Wizards. Who else he played for? Portland. He was a monster at Portland. So, and he was averaging like 17, 11. Okay, Kenny Anderson did get an all-star bid in 94. Got you. You know what I'm saying? Rod Strickland was never an all-star. But as far as the better career, Rod Strickland had the better career. Because Kenny Smith became a journeyman after maybe his third or fourth year or some shit. Let me think. He drafted in 91, the second pick in 91. He played with the Nets, Drazen Petrovic, Derek Coleman, Sam Bowie, Chris Morris. That was the starting five. You can go research that. Shit. Rod Strickland, he was having some good seasons in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Double. Him and David Robinson. They was over there doing that thing. Terry Cummins, Willie Anderson. Let me see. Yeah, this dude just as nice in boxing. It is basketball shit than boxing. Yeah. What else? Come on, bro. Y'all like real talk. I like you know I expect this because you don't really know motherfuckers through the internet and whatever, social media. And I love it when they underestimate the boy. But I'm nice at all this shit. I just choose to talk boxing because that's what the passion is right now. But basketball is my shit. I never was in that. I never was in that shit. I never was in that. Never. I just my whole thing with that shit was these dudes talking about boxing. So my whole thing was just informing them about it. Because if anybody show interest towards boxing, I show interest towards you. So I hit you with facts. I hit you with stuff that's gonna happen. I hit you with whatever. I hit you with, whatever the case may be. So I never was a part of no group. You know what I'm saying? So All that other shit, that's not for me. That's for them. No disrespect to nobody, but I never was a part of that shit. My whole thing was a part of boxing, and that shit get misconstrued because you got a lot of politics in this whole social media, YouTube, boxing shit, whatever. I don't play politics because at the end of the day, can't nobody really fuck with me on this shit for real, for real. Ain't nobody deep into that shit like this and more well rounded than me in this shit, boxing shit. As far as rankings, fights coming up, breakdowns, which fight to look out for, politics of the box. I can talk about the money if I want to. I don't really like to, but I can. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit about boxing. Remembering fights, who fight like this type of fight. What fight that remind you of this? Recalling fights on a whim, like fighters or whatever. Can't nobody really mess with me on this shit, real talk. But I'm a humble dude. So I don't really need no group, whatever. I don't need to be a part of nothing. I just need for people that like boxing to like it with me. Whether you with that group, it don't really matter to me. If you fuck with boxing, you fuck with me. You don't have to be a part of no group. Just because you're a part of this group or that group, you can come rock with me. As long as we talk about boxing, we keep it 100. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't need to be a part of no group because sometimes I like honestly, I'm gonna keep this some little game. This for me. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about what I think. When I see other people live, like when I first started this little channel, whatever, I never started it to compete with nobody or be get viewers and all that shit. I didn't really care. I just wanted to put my shit out there about boxing. So people, if they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. I didn't really care. But and a lot of times I see people live, and I've been want to talk about the same topic. I'm like, damn, they live. So I'm going to respect it because it's cool whether no matter what situation they're part of. But now I'll be listening, whatever. We're not on the same. It's not the same thing. We're not in the same. What's the word? We're not the same category. We're not in the same category. My shit, I don't like. It's different. I'm not putting down nobody, but it's different. So I'll be telling myself, oh, he live. Oh, he ain't talking about what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and go live. That's how I look at shit because I feel like I'm in my own realm. I do my own shit. My shit is different because I'm like I told Chris Rand, I'm shoulder deep in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no disrespect to nobody else, but I feel like my shit is different than anybody else because I can talk about shit that nobody's talking about. I can see shit coming before nobody else sees something. Let me see. He said send the link. All right. Let me see. Let me get to the chat. Let's look at this. Okay, I got that one. Strickland chilling with Spence nowadays. Okay. Rod Strickland. Call him clutch. They don't know. Solo Dolo says so. The man who picked Mikey. Yeah, I did that. Let me see. Do you think Collazo is done? Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be hard. What's up, Neutral Natural? I think it's gonna be hard for Collazo to come back. Getting injured, getting cut, whatever. I think it's gonna be hard. See, I picked Mikey off when I thought like I had like that shit's on well, it ain't on wax no more. I don't know what happened to the video, but I had that shit on wax. What I said was gonna happen in that fight, and that's the only thing they can throw up in my face that I picked Mikey. Yeah, I picked him, and I ain't ducking no smoke about it either. I picked Mikey off the fact that I thought Spence, because he has not showed and up until that fight that he was willing to commit to boxing the whole 12 rounds. Anybody can see that. So I'm thinking he gonna give Mikey opportunities and stay in the pocket. And Mikey is a good counter puncher, and I wasn't sure how that power was gonna translate. But I said I had two breakdowns. Yeah, it can be some similar to Duran versus Hagler because Duran and Hagler was fighting in the pocket. Dude had the box. Hagler he started boxing with Duran. Duran was right there with him. So I'm thinking Mikey can have that type of impact because their styles are similar. You know, they're not the same person. Before anybody start tripping, I ain't saying Mikey is Duran. I ain't saying Hagler is Spence. I'm just saying the styles was kind of similar. So I was saying if Spence is fighting in a pocket like that, they're gonna give Mikey some chances. Oh yeah, I'm picking Mikey, and Mikey is my guy, so I'm gonna rock with him. Just like y'all rock, everybody rock with your guys. Nobody never discounted that. And I also said in my mind, that was my heart talking. Now my mind was saying, yo, Spence, if he start boxing from the outside and keep his range, it's gonna be an easy night for him because Mike and I gonna be able to touch him and he's gonna be able to stop him late. So, but you know, the distractors of me will just go off what Mikey said, what I said about Mikey winning in the Durant situation. So that's how that's life though. I can do 1,000 things right and one thing wrong, and they're gonna throw it in my face. But it's all good though, because I'm saying I'm nice with that prediction league we got. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. Bad example of you. I picked Mikey. Man, what's good, man? You act like
what's up, man? You think you
you
know all the shit about Boston? Listen, man, you're my homie, but you can't fuck with me on. I give it to you. You know them niggas that be like 2-0, that's 16 years old, that fight in the fucking PAL league. I give you that, and you know women's boxing, but all this other boxing shit, you can't fuck with me. What's up, man? What's
okay?
happening?
Go ahead then. So I can't message you, so you got it. So ask the question. Let's go.
No, I don't need
Then
to ask you a question.
you.
First
So
of
what you
all,
talking about?
everybody in the chat, thanks for having me on. Where Money Brown at? Give me that money for that bet. Like I said, Beterbiev, the monster, is gonna stop him. I predicted between 6, but he got him out of there in 10. And yeah, Beterbiev is no longer with Al Heyman, which I mean his career, I mean he might become undisputed. So that was a good move for him. So yeah, sometimes I guess you gotta leave Al Heyman. I guess in this situation it was better for him. Unless he would still get the unification. Do you think he would still got the unification if he was with Al Heyman?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
You
That's the
don't
same
nah.
thing.
You don't want jumping on talking about
Nah.
you know what I'm saying. You know the answers. Why are you asking me? I know what I know. You tell me what you know. That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you.
who H
I'm
Money
gonna let you
Design?
rip.
What's up with you, man? I'm not a
I'm,
casual. You can jump on. I know this boxing game, dog. Like a lot of people don't know. I know this boxing game. And L no. L no. Look, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about L. Maybe like February, March, right? Me and L, I told L, I said Andy Ruiz could be a star. He said no, it's too late. And guess what happened? I know this boxing, man. I look at boxing, it's just a mental thing too. So I study mental shit. So I knew that Ruiz could be a star. You get what I'm saying? And L was like, nah, he can't be a star. So I know this boxing, man. Trust me, I know this boxing, dog.
Man, you just made one guess.
Nah.
What's up, Kurt Anson? Say these dudes, yo, they get a couple of picks right. They guess a couple of things right, and they think they nice. You know what I'm saying? You talking about it's a good move for Beterbiev leaving PBC. What other fighter left
I don't know if
PBC?
it was a good
No,
move.
but let me ask you a question. What other guy left PBC and it was a good move for him?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what
No, see that's where you that's where that's that. But listen, that's where you weak at. That's where you can't mess with me at.
No. Hold on. Venice
You got to think about.
Venice Motorsports is the only one that I seen left, and it didn't work out too good for him because it's a lot of fighters signed at Heyman that people don't know. Lee Selby is still with Al Heyman. He fighting Ricky Burns next. So it's a lot of people that signed to Al Heyman. Amir Khan is still with Al Heyman. Luis Galazzo is still with Al Heyman. So again, Al Heyman worked for the fighters. So it's up to the fighters to work the deal. You can sign with Al Heyman and tell him that you still want to do it, and he'll still agree. He's not blocking nothing.
So this is my question. This is my question though that you didn't answer. That you try to duck around it and start naming people on the PBC fight.
Go ahead.
You start naming fighters on the PBC site that I put you on to. But I got you.
Yeah, come on.
So which fighter left PBC that had better success or that had some good success after he left PBC? Go.
PBC fighter that left it, I see Beterbiev, and that's right now. That's the only one I can think of that really left.
That's why you can't mess with me. That's why you cannot. That's why you
PBC.
That's why you can't mess with me on this boxing shit. Because let me tell you. Because
Carl Frampton.
Let me get it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Don't try to overtalk to try to get the point. Because you gonna lose a point. Don't try to overtalk. I'm just saying. This is why you can't fuck with me, because your recall skill is trash. Maybe you don't know. Look at Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring, he was on PBC. He was with he'll world champion. But you didn't know that though. You didn't know that.
I just can't think of it off the top of the head. I knew
that,
Jamel Herring was
and that's why you can't mess.
I just forgot. Just because
that's why you can't mess with me, because you not show the deep in this shit like I am. All you do, you just recall. Let me go. Now I'm gonna let you go.
All right, go.
Let me go. I'll let you go. So that's why a lot of these people, like that. I'm not boasting and bragging, but I'm just keeping it 100. That's why you can't mess with me on this boxing shit, because your recall shit ain't like mine, because you not show the deep in this shit like I am. You ain't studying like you saying you study. You ain't researching like you saying you're researching. If you did, it'd be on the tip of your tongue. First thing. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll let you go. I ain't gonna cut you off. So that's why you gotta understand when you come to the boxing shit with me, because I know this shit. I ain't just going off what this one said, that one said, or something I heard. I'm going off some shit I know. So you got to tighten your shit up. And then you good now. Go ahead.
Yo, just because Shout out to L, man. I ain't gonna lie, L knows boxing, but I'm telling you, when it comes to this real boxing debate shit, you can't fuck. I'm gonna tell you why. L is the type, like I said, he be watching on PAL fights, he be watching on Facebook fights, he overtraining. Do you think boxers, is there such thing as overtraining? L, would you say that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's how you are when it comes to debates. You know all about this shit that don't matter, these 1-0 fights, but when it comes to the real deal debates, you freeze up, you overtrain, son. I'm telling you.
Nobody don't overtrain.
You overtrain with this shit. I'm telling you. I know
because
I've been telling people, listen, I've been telling y'all Jerron Boots Ennis is Bud Crawford's biggest competition at 147, and niggas looking at me crazy, and I got the videos to prove it, and we gonna see. And he's top 15 now. He should be almost the number one mandatory by the end of next year, and niggas is gonna see. And people saying like, oh this, oh that, and people gonna see. I'm telling you. I know.
Okay, so you said I'm overtraining, right? But I'm the one. Okay, I'm overtraining, but I'm the one that told you that he was ranked number 15. And so that's overtraining, right? Come on.
No.
That's not overtraining though, right? You didn't know that?
I seen Boots Ennis put it out there. I don't know. I know I'm not saying like a computer.
Listen.
Just because, listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, okay. I'm the computer then.
Let me break this down. And basketball, you say you know basketball, right? Just because a person can dribble better, shoot better, and drive to the basketball better doesn't mean that they overall better as a
okay. So ask your question. Ask your question then.
I just came on here where I want that brand for winning that Beterbiev bet. And whatever you want to debate.
But see, Money Brown got Instagram, I think. You gotta go holler at him. You coming to me like I'm the middleman.
Nah, I just wanted to rub that in a little bit. I sent them a message. You know.
Oh, okay.
I sent them a message.
No, bro. So like you didn't like you talking about overtraining, but when I overtrain for something to benefit your theory, it's cool because nobody knew nothing about. You didn't even know that he fought for off-brand WBO title in his last fight. I the one told you that. I put that shit out on. I put that shit on Twitter.
That's good.
I put that shit on Twitter. That the dude was ranked number 15 like a week before he even posted that shit.
That's good.
Come on, bro. You know I'm not saying that shit. Overtraining helps me because But let me get this out. Now let you
go. For boxing knowledge, you might not be. But
no, it do help for debate because I'm just smashing you right now because you don't remember shit. You don't remember. You don't remember Jamel Herring fought old boy Memphis Miller on PBC and lost, and now he went to Bomac and top rank, and now he's a world champion. You didn't remember that, and that's recent. He just won the world title in May, on Memorial Day weekend.
I just forgot.
You see what I'm saying?
You see
what I'm saying?
You said
where we at with this?
Didn't know it. Like who's it?
You see where we at with this? You see where we at with this though? You trying to guess something. You trying to guess information where I got the information. You trying to guess it, and I got it. Come on, bro.
L, listen. L really smart. This is what L said, y'all. I'm gonna put you
Let's go to the stars.
Look, L said because Roberto Duran. first of all, he comparing Errol Spence to Marvin Hagler. He said because Roberto Duran had success against Marvin Hagler, that means Garcia was gonna have success against Errol Spence. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you went with your heart. I used to do that because
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Say, hey, L, that's that casual thinking. Like, just because you want the guy to win, you just gonna pick him. You know damn well he wasn't gonna win that.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how I know a lot of these people, a lot like you only hear what you want to hear. I said that the similar style. I did not say Mikey was Durant. I didn't say Spencer was Hagler. I said the style, the way they box in that fight. That's the type of stuff I can see happening if Spence would stay in the pocket more and not box. And then I said on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, thinking with my boxing brain, I said if Spence keep his distance and box him, he gonna end up stopping Mikey later in the fight.
Yo, you be capping for Mikey.
But you only heard half of the shit. You only heard half of the shit. The shit's on wax. And even when Mikey lost, when these dudes was doing post fight live streams, I was the first nigga in the chat. Like, what's good? I'm here. Because I ain't ducking. Yeah, I picked Mikey, but I'm saying I also gave you two different breakdowns. But you didn't say I did that. You didn't say that. You just want to go, oh, he's saying this because Duran won or Duran fought Hagler 30 years ago. Mikey gonna do it. Come on, bro. Come on. That's you. That's you and your team doing that, not me. That's you and your team.
What team?
Not me. I don't need no team.
I don't need
no team.
I don't need a team neither. I've been watching boxing before I even came. I'm on YouTube.
What's up, Ali?
I've been watching boxing way before I came to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man,
you ain't ready for this, man. You that little kid. You that little kid that's at the court every day, and you want to play with the big boys. They're like, man, you too small, bro. They taking your ball, kicking it. They kicking your ball in the wood. You know what I'm saying? They make you run home crying. Shit, you can't really, but you gonna come back every day. You come back to the court every day. You want to hoop. You too small to get on the court. They kicking your ball. They pushing you down, but you gonna keep coming back. You resilient. You resilient, but you ain't like that with me.
So, L,
you ain't like that.
Yeah, who
ain't like that.
Besides Mikey Garcia, who else is your favorite fighters? Who else?
Man, you know this though. You asking a question you already know.
I've been on my other channel. I forget though, because you be capping for so hard. You be capping for so hard. Who else you like?
My favorite fighters is Mikey, Bud, Wilder, and Clarissa.
And Clarissa Shields? Okay. So
yes.
who do you think has the best chance to beat Wilder? Let me see how much.
Why he asked me all these questions?
I just want you to know, because like me, I might have a favorite fighter, but I don't cap for nobody. I don't cap for nobody. I don't work for nobody, because a lot of times people
all these questions
and they afraid to criticize them. Go ahead. So who has the best chance to beat Wilder right now? I want to see how much boxing knowledge you really got. Go.
No, you don't need. Nah. You ain't reversing on me. This is my shit. No, you didn't answer. You didn't answer mine.
See, there you go.
Nah. I don't have to, because I already know I'm nice with you. The one I should be asking you the question.
I know the shit, but a lot of times people had a favorite fighters. Like Bud is one of my favorites, but I just got to be honest. When I see certain fighters, I just know stylistically, Boots Ennis is a very difficult style, because he does a lot of things that Bud does, and he faster in his inside game. And looking at his last fight, he got a little mean streak to him. Like, he the type that if you hit him low, like you see the mean streak that Beterbiev showed, whatchamacallit got that. Plus, a lot of times when you overshadowed by everybody get all the props over him, like Shakur, Teofimo, that just builds up an even bigger beast. So that's what I'm just saying, though. Like I said, man, I know this boxing shit, man. Kurt, listen. I know this boxing shit. Like, a lot of times I be sparring with niggas. I don't want to mess up their confidence, because a lot of niggas' confidence is just based on YouTube. I don't want niggas failing in life just because I body.
You would never mess up my confidence, but I don't think he haven't shown that he can make adjustments in a fight that he gonna have to need when he fight the top fighters. I don't care what you like. It look nice running through these guys. Nobody hurt. They just got somebody from Argentina. Yeah, that's cool. He looked good with that guy. He fought a guy that fought Dejan's, the guy who Mikey stretched out for the world title at 135. He fights him at 150. Yeah, okay, you can look good against him, but how he gonna look when you make the adjust. That's why we always say. That's why we want to. That's why we big on resumes. We're like, damn, who you fight, bro? It's gonna not that it's gonna compare you to that style, but when you get to that position, like how you gonna make adjustments? Can he make adjustments from getting hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like if he switched to southpaw, he fight Bud. He can switch too. Then what if Bud switching with him? You know what I'm saying? Well, but how he gonna adjust to that when you got a guy just as athletic and
That's
skilled
why
as
I
you?
say the top fighter, the best.
But you crowning him. You crowning him though without answering those questions.
I
You're
didn't
not answering those
I said
questions.
he has the best style. He has a better chance to beat Bud than Earl Spence based on styles. That style.
But when you talking about now or 4 or 5 years from now?
4 months. He has double the fights than Shakur, but Shakur fighting for
4 months.
If you're saying
you said next 4 months.
Yes, the next few fights. Shakur
wow.
has way less fights than Boots Ennis. Then you must think that Shakur is way better than Boots Ennis, or his competition is way better, or you must feel like 147 is so much greater than 126, and that's why Shakur is having a chance. Because in my opinion, I think Shakur is better than Gary Russell. I think he can beat Gary Russell, all of them at 126. So that's what I think. So I don't know. I don't think Gary Russell want to see Shakur Stevenson.
The champions at 126 is not like the champions at 147 though. And it's those guys are more his style for Shakur to box because he don't get hit.
Listen, my friend. You really believe One Gear Ugas, who fight like he the A side in Cuba, is gonna beat Boots Ennis? Like really, man.
You said that. But see, this my point though. We need to see him in fights like that to answer the question.
I want to see him in fights too.
But so you don't. That could be looked at as a 50-50 fight, but that's some stuff we have to see. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the talent and shit, but you can't just say, oh, he got the talent, he gonna necessarily do it. It's a lot of talented guys that when they stepped up, they lost or whatever, or they didn't live up to the expectations. So I understand what you're saying, but I have to see him develop more as a fighter, like far as how he go about fights. When he facing these tough guys, what if he fights somebody that he hit, it's gonna keep coming. Like how he gonna react to somebody that's pushing him back?
Exactly, and that's
you know what I'm saying. So, but you crowning him though. You said
every video. I said if he has a chin, I'm big on chin. I'm big on adjustments, and I'm big on conditioning. That's more important than power, and that's more important than speed. Chin, condition, and adjustments. It's getting bored for him out there. His risk is so high, and his situation with his promoter is going to prevent him from being in there. Like if he had top rank, they can probably overpay for like a Jamal James or that Cadrolito dude. He has stopped that dude. That's the number one mandatory. You can't tell me that he won't stop that dude that fought last night. I bet money on it. In Collazo, I put money on that. Boots Ennis. Listen, Boots Ennis is Buzz biggest. Buzz like my favorite, but Boots Ennis is that dude, and I put my money on him. That's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. He does need to be tested. A lot of people need to be tested. Just like I always wanted Sean Porter to fight Earl maybe a few years ago because I wanted to see how Earl fight going backwards, and I wanted to see how he responded to somebody going to his body. Just like you see how Triple G respond when Derevyanchenko goes to his body. All shit is good, but when you're actually being hunted, it's a total different thing. See, Bud Crawford right now is in a great position. I mean, he's in a good position, but he's not being hunted. But what's going to happen? I want to see how he responds to that when he fight a guy with the same reach as him, that's taller and faster. And I think Bud Crawford I take that challenge. That's the biggest fight, and I'm going to be there. Shout out to 215. Shout out to Wawa. Shout out to 267. Shout out to my neck of the woods, baby. Shout out to Boots Ennis. Y'all gonna see. And I ain't capping for nobody because niggas said Earl Spence can beat Thurman like 4 years ago. So hey.
You're the only one saying this. I think in the future he gonna have a chance, but he gonna need those fights to develop him so he can know he'll know the experiences in that. But that's all I'm like. Like when you be trying to debate and whatever, you pick and choose what you want to do, and you try to jump off the subject, bro.
We don't know what you.
I know that shit though about you.
We gotta see. You pick
and choose your shit.
We gotta have a topic and we can go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like
pick a topic. You don't want to say you was talking about some basketball shit yesterday. Now we always talk about boxing. It don't matter. Pick one.
I mean, it's whatever, man.
Because you asked me the question. Look. Let me tell you. I asked you earlier. I said, look, let me ask you some questions. You was like, nah. So you didn't want that work. So now you asked me the questions.
So okay. So you think John Stockton is better than Isaiah Thomas?
Shoot.
And you think Steph Curry better than Isaiah Thomas?
I don't think he's better than Isaiah Thomas. I think he's a better shooter than Isaiah Thomas. I think he a better. I think he done stuff in his career that changed the game. Like he making it fashionable to shoot 40, 53s a game and shit, shooting from half court and having accuracy at it. So he changed like that. But I don't think he better than Zeke because I thought Zeke can play some D. You know what I'm saying? He a better leader. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's clutch and like when in the biggest games, even in '84. You don't want to fuck me on this basketball shit. We went against Bernard King, and him and Bernard King was having that duel and shit. He was going at it. Even then, when he hurt himself in the finals, it's dropped 25 with a messed up ankle and shit. Like that's why I put Zeke over him. But it's not like far and like it's not real crazy. You know what I'm saying? By the time his career over with, he might be considered better than Isaiah, but I don't think he's better than Isaiah. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? What else? What's next? Go.
No, I mean, that's it.
I'm just as nice, Joe. Just as nice.
Listen, man.
Probably better at basketball than boxing.
Listen, okay, let me ask you this. You think Magic Johnson is better than Larry Bird?
I got Larry Bird. Me personally, I like Larry Bird better than Magic.
Okay,
I think in all phases, I think Magic was a better passer and whatever. But defense, I think Bird was kind of better sneaky on defense.
Bird,
both of them great leaders and all that good shit. Both of them play similar. It's just Magic was more flashy than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was flashy. And today
he was more flashy. Both of them was great leaders. All that good shit. So I just say Bird because I think Bird was a better scorer. And Bird was more clutch. Magic was considered. They called him Tragic Johnson because in the finals he let the damn time run out. Man, come on, bro, you can't. Any boxing, basketball, whatever. I'm nice at all that shit.
Nah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying. And you sitting over there talking about Ron Strickland against Kenny Anderson when Kenny Anderson was a journeyman in his 4th year. Who better? What? That was your question.
Let me see if you got any casuals in your chat. The red. If you put Anderson,
see, there you go.
I just want to read the chats because
he deflected.
Listen, but
now you want pick on my guys in the chat.
Got a lot of niggas that do the boxing.
I'm right. No.
What the way he gets stopped. Okay.
I'm right. I'm right here.
You really believe
y'all? Listen, y'all see what I'm saying? Every time we debate, he got to change the subject.
I think Bird. I think Bird is slightly ahead of Magic in a sense too. I know they got 3 rings compared to 5. In today's basketball, would be even clear that Bird would be better than Magic Johnson. So, so we agree on the same thing. I can't debate you if we agree on the same thing. You feel me?
But no. But see, the thing was, the original shit you was thinking, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with this basketball shit because all he talk about is boxing. But I'm just as nice, probably way better, in my opinion, because I remember that shit. That's what I grew up around. I used to hoop. That's all I used to watch and shit.
Okay.
Boxing, basketball, all that shit. So it don't like I'm nice at all of it. That's the point. You on the jump talking about acting like I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. Let me ask you this. So who are your top 3 point guards right now? Top 3 in the NBA
right now?
Yeah.
I would say Steph, Westbrook, and I got Lillard over Kyrie.
I got Lillard like 1B. And Curry 1A, and Westbrook my favorite player, by the way. But just because you're my favorite, that don't mean you're gonna be better. I think homeboy leadership extends better. I won't be surprised if they make it to the finals, Portland, because I mean they made it. And then Whitehead, it depends on Whiteside if he understands his role and does a little dirty work type shit, gets some rebounds, block shots, and fits in. And don't be on some just fits into the movement, then I think they can go far, especially with injuries. But because Damian Lillard is like, I've been saying this for years, he way better than Kyrie Irving. Niggas don't know Kyrie Irving wasn't even getting to the playoffs before LeBron, but niggas they get hyped into the popularity. A lot of time niggas be like thinking because of somebody more popular that they better, but I
I like Nurk. I think they need Nurkic back. They don't got no. They can't stop nobody on the perimeter. That's gonna be their downfall. They can't stop nobody. That's how they be losing. They be losing all the time. Like when they go in the playoffs, they don't have no stopper. Who gonna stop these? Who you gonna put on Harden in a 7-game series? Like who you gonna put on Westbrook in a 7-game series? Them dudes don't really play D like that. So I don't think they can go to no finals.
You don't
That's
think
my
you
opinion.
don't think homeboy a great defender, Whiteside?
Cool. But he played down low. But even now, today, the NBA, he's doing pick and roll. He gonna have to defend the pick and roll and shit. And he gonna have to prove himself because in Miami, he kind of was on some other shit.
Yeah,
His last couple of years, so he gonna have to prove himself. But pick and like he can play down low, get rebound, defends, and block shots and shit. But when they, it's a pick and roll league, bro. He's not really that good in the pick and roll situation. Come on, man, come on, yo. You acting like you talking to.
Nah, your Bucks. I'm not saying that you don't. You just can't fuck with me. That's
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How and what? You ain't proved that I can't.
Listen, man.
You need to go. Hey, you might go holler.
I agree that they need Nurkic back, but I was saying that because a lot of niggas don't realize that Lillard is that good because they go by popularity and they're in Portland. But Lillard is that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's nice. Let's see if they trying to. I like the draft pick with Little because Little they can turn him into a 3-and-D type player playing D and whatever if he can develop his 3-point because he's athletic. You know what I'm saying? He's a good defender, but let's see how he adjusts to the league. He can be another type of player like Damari Carroll, a little bit better than him. Like Taba stuff low. Those guys like that play D, but they can also hit the occasional 3 and whatever. But Lillard was a good pick. And I don't know what Kent Bazemore gonna do for them. Like come on, man. See, it's the same shit. You just changing the sport, boxing and basketball. It's the same shit. I'm nice at both.
That shit I like to just kick it, but if we want to battle, we can battle this shit. Like I ain't never lost a debate. Like a lot of niggas think they won.
Niggas ran you off their stream before.
Listen, a lot of niggas think they won. They don't even really know. See, a lot of niggas just say what somebody else said. I actually study boxing on my own. I'm not a group thinker, nigga. I think for my own stuff. I know this boxing shit. Like I told you months ago that Ruiz will be a star. You counted him out. And now look at his position. I told you this, man. I know boxing, man. Trust me. I know boxing. But as far as you're not gonna answer the question who you think gives Wilder the biggest challenge. You capping for Wilder now.
No, I ain't capping. I think Fury. I think Fury gives him the biggest challenge because he gonna always able to offset him with his feints and his jab and shit and his size. But that dude, you can tell Wilder has put his mental shit on him. Like he imposed his shit when he got dropped in the 12th round and shit. That should scar him for life because if he really felt like I actually thought Fury won. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he won that shit by like maybe 1 point on one round, whatever it was. I had it. But still, he's not acting like he's that anxious to get back in the ring.
Exactly.
Because the money that he made with Top Rank, he can make that shit in one fight with Wilder and be set. Especially the way that fight ended and whatever, and all the drama and all that shit. So I think he's still gonna pose a problem to Wilder. But I just think now it's different because the mentality with the way this shit is. He in that dude's head. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He overrated. Usyk could beat this nigga right now like Fury because the heavyweights got a certain style and they rely on power. They see a nigga do a couple of feints and niggas can be like, yo, Fury can box this way. Fury, man, Usyk is a better boxer than Fury and he'll beat Fury right now. I'll put my money.
I don't think so. I don't think he beat him.
I'll put my money on that. Usyk
I don't think he beat him.
Trust me. First of all, Fury,
I don't think so.
A lot of shit you do on the outside finally catch up to you. This nigga, all that drinking and all that cocaine and shit, I know he changed his life around, but that shit, like you say, he got one fitting in the door or one out. You can't be playing with boxing like that. You can just tell. 1 minute he'll say this, the next minute he'll say that, and niggas that catch up to his pattern. And once you see, he has a pattern that he fights by. And if you figure out his pattern, he can be beat. The nigga got dropped by Cunningham. And I ain't saying he's not a good fighter, but Ruiz is Wilder's biggest challenge. If Ruiz can circle to his right and do his best, it's kind of hard to take away his right hand, but go to Wilder. Wilder is already vulnerable. So if you go to his body, that'll make him even more vulnerable and take away some of his steam. And once you do that right there, that's your best chance of beating Wilder. But beating Wilder is like jumping in a pool with a fucking shark. It's like your chances of survival was low. But at the same time,
I disagree.
Ruiz
I disagree with both. I disagree with both.
All right.
What's up, LDTV? What's good? I disagree because I think Wilder performs better with shorter opponents. He'll be able to implement his jab better. He'll be able to time that because he can fight on the back foot. That's the thing. A lot of people they fail to give him props for it. Even with the Severn fight. That's a similar style to Ruiz. And he won every round by all boxing him and setting up the right hand. Yes,
but isn't Ruiz great at fighting fighters? But isn't Ruiz great at fighting tall fighters?
He's good at fighting tall fighters.
Exactly.
But it's a different type of thing with Wilder because you're gonna have to be on guard with that damn right hand. You can't just you can't chop down the tree. You can't chop down the tree if it's not.
Ruiz you can't chop down though.
Ruiz has fast. Ruiz has faster hands, but he's not fast on his feet.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. And the range of Wilder and the right hand, of course, that's always a factor. But the range and the jab and how he manipulate the ring when he feel like he want to box is gonna be a problem for Andy Ruiz because he's gonna have to take some risks. And when you take risks, what happens?
I agree.
What's the record? You said for me. You know boxing. What's the record?
What's
Wilder's record? So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wilder is my nigga. Like
salute to everybody in the chat though.
Okay, I pick Liz. Let's talk about this shit. Because niggas think I'm crazy. Wilder versus Tyson. Who you got? Tyson. No, Mike Tyson.
Prime Mike Tyson? I got Mike Tyson.
No, fuck no. First of all, Wilder crush his ass. First of all, Tyson is a bully, and he's not going to intimidate Wilder in the press conference. We can go on this all day. It looks like that on paper, but homeboy is way mentally stronger than Tyson. If you look at his podcast, he already talked about how he was fucking around doing all this shit. And against Wilder will stop his ass. I
got Tyson in that one. I agree with the mental toughness and shit like that. And but I just feel like if you talking about Tyson with Kevin Rooney, I think that's a hard guy to beat. Now, even I think,
is Buster Douglas better than Wilder?
But it's not really about the styles, though.
Buster Douglas better than Wilder.
He got a better skill set than Wilder.
He got a better skill set. How?
Yes, sir.
How? What's better?
You gotta go better. If you don't believe me, go watch his fights. Then
what did he do better? He was known.
You act like you don't believe.
Wilder, stop, Mike. I like Wilder. I'm just saying.
This one I'm trying to tell you. Is you can compare. You can look at resumes. Oh, he beat him. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying with this style and this Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson was actually moving his head, when he was actually doing stuff to get inside, yes, he always gonna be vulnerable to Wilder because Wilder is a big puncher. Wilder's like an all-time great in punching. But I think he'll be able to get in there and he'll be able to do some good work with Wilder once he get there. But he's gonna have to get through some heat though. So I'm not saying it's a difference in styles of breaking that shit down. Because with Kevin Rooney, he was a different fighter. Now if you talk about if he had the other guy, the one I don't really mess with, the one that put the ice bag on his head, Aaron Snowell. Okay, yeah, Wilder got that one. But I think in that prime shit,
trainer now. Yeah,
I don't know. No, because that shit makes it right.
Tyson's style could be the ultimate breakdown because Tyson's style Tyson has the style to beat Wilder because he gets in under. If you see the recent clipping of him, the way he uses legs and the way he just
he 53.
I like Tyson. That's my dog.
I ain't paying attention to that. I'm talking about how.
No. L, once again, boxing is mental. Tyson is a bully. And a lot of the niggas was coming into the fights already intimidated by him. Wilder would bully Tyson in the press conferences. And like I said, once the nigga got dropped, he never got back up. Wilder and knocked his motherfucking ass out. And I fuck with Tyson heavy. But I'm not no motherfucking groupthink nigga. Like I just fake. I don't be capping for nobody. I call it like how I see it. Wilder would crush Mike Tyson. I put money on it if they fall. He'll bully Mike Tyson, man. it's just like in real life. Once you stand up to a bully, it's totally different, yo. Bully niggas. Once you stand up to a bully nigga and you take their confidence away, he'll crush him. Water by knockout. Trust me.
I like Tyson in that fight. I like him because I believe he can get in there, he can do some work but he's gonna have to be cautious as hell with that right hand. And I do think Wilder is better with shorter fighters, but I think that prime Mike Tyson, I think he'll be able to get in and do some work. But it's not like I'm not saying Wilder can't beat him or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm saying if you talk about prime for prime right now, I think he get in there and he can do some shit. And you talking about the trainer don't matter? It does matter at that. And you be answering your own question. You don't know it. You just said he's not mentally.
You be making excuses for niggas about
I'm not making, no. Listen what I'm saying. You just said that he's not mentally strong, right? And he has a trainer that's gonna have him focus on the game plan. You see what happens when he left that trainer. Even though he was having some tough fights or whatever, but he was able to get through it because of his trainer. You know what I'm saying?
So it's the trainer. Okay, so you tell your trainer. Yeah. It does make a difference, but you're giving too much credit for the trainer. Like, come on, man. If you're a bully nigga, you're a bully nigga. He telling you.
What's up? What's up, Kurt? Go ahead, man. You want to spit something?
Yeah, let me clear this up, Jaleel. Let me clear this up, man. I know boxing extremely well. People know that. I'm a historian. Listen, I like Deontay Wilder, but the Mike Tyson of 87, 88 knocks Wilder out because you got to remember something. Tyson always fought big athletic fighters like Tony Tucker and Buster Douglas and James Bone Crusher Smith, big dudes who can punch.
Dang.
Mike Tyson used to one second. Mike Tyson used to out jab 6'5" and 6'6" heavyweight. Mike Tyson used to move his head. Mike Tyson was a lethal body puncher, left hook to the body. People don't talk about Mike's body punching. He used to make people urinate blood like Razor Ruddock. Razor Ruddock was urinating blood 2 months after they first fight. I like Wilder, but Wilder, if you take Wilder's right hand away, you disarm 90% of his offense.
So you think his right hand away?
Yeah, because of the head movement. And Mike Tyson,
5'10", man. He only 5'10", dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. Rocky Marciano, Joe Frazier, they were small heavyweights, short heavyweights, but they used their lack of height advantage as an advantage. If you fight the right way, a short fighter like Dwight Muhammad Qawi, you could get inside and it can be an advantage. Mike Tyson would kill Wilder's body. Plus the Mike Tyson that moved his head, not the Mike Tyson that fought Danny Williams and Peter McNeely. He would get knocked out by a lot of people, but the Mike Tyson that Kevin Rooney had when he fought Tyrell Biggs, he was vicious in that fight, or Tony Tubbs. That's when Mike threw combinations and moved his head. Mike didn't fight in the pattern. Mike was very elusive. He had a great left hook to the body and an uppercut. Mike Tyson was a totally different fighter with Kevin Rooney than he was with Aaron Snow. They were just, and Richard Giachetti, they were just yes men, you know. But Mike, he had Mike like a machine in 87 and 88. And I'm not sure if the Buster Douglas that beat Mike Williams, because that's how Buster Douglas got the Mike Tyson fight. You could look at it. Mike Tyson fought Michael Spinks, and it was an up-and-coming heavyweight by the name of Mike Williams. Mm-hmm. And he was supposed to beat Mike Tyson. I mean, fight Mike Tyson, but they put him against Buster Douglas to see where he was at. Buster Douglas looked so good that fight. That's how he got the Mike Tyson fight. I'm not sure Wilder is a one-punch knockout artist. Probably go down as the hardest puncher heavyweight of all time, you know. But his all-around skill set is not A+. It's not. I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter.
If Buster Douglas, though, I'm not sure he beat them. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I respect your boxing knowledge, but we all know that your mental, just like I be tired and shit, right? I be doing push-ups and shit. I be tired, but I can mentally put myself in a place to do extra shit. So mentally, Wilder is very, very strong. Not only that, he's very, very awkward, and he actually doesn't get credit for his IQ. to knock out that many guys, you got to be smart about it. He set you up. Now, skill-wise, he does lack in certain things, but he make up for it in his mental strength. His mental strength is way stronger than Tyson, and he would knock Mike Tyson, a bully, would get knocked the fuck out, and I fuck with Tyson, and that's all I got.
I don't think so.
And that's
all I don't think so because like you discrediting the trainer and what he brings to the table, and I don't think you understood how. And another thing too to point out, all that stuff you saying Wilder is true, but Wilder's injury prone too. You never know. Like you gotta play all this shit into account. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson is very good against tall fighters. Look at Jose Rebalta fight. Go watch that fight. If Mike get in close, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now you like to compare resumes and how people fought. Johan Duhaupas was getting in close with Deontay Wilder and touching his ass up. He is not the level of aggressive pressure fighter that Mike Tyson. And so since you like to compare shit, how about that one? So if Mike Tyson can get in just like Johan Duhaupas did, then that's a wrap. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful when you try to do these resumes and shit. Just talk about the style.
This is what a lot of people do. Like a lot of
got good head movement, bro. You got good head movement. And Wilder gonna have to be careful too. So you act like it's just a one-sided fight.
That's the dream matchup, and I just picked Wilder based on the mental strength because he's awkward. What sparring partners is Mike Tyson going to use for Wilder? That awkwardness makes a difference. He can't really. It seems
who Wilder gonna get to emulate Mike Tyson? Who Wilder gonna get emulate Mike Tyson? John Marmon.
It's easier to emulate Mike Tyson in the sense that it is Wilder because Wilder is tall, 87-inch reach. Come on, man.
No, so you talking about a guy? Okay, so you talking about a heavyweight, a big punching heavyweight that's shorter, that got head movement, that use angles. What other fighter they're gonna emulate that? Go. I want to hit that because you can find taller guys. He got Jose Rebalta back in the day, Tony Thompson. Shoot.
You can fall are they fast? Like you can get taller fighters, but are they fast?
Okay. They have better hand speed than Wilder, but okay. So you said So you said they can't find somebody for Wilder, but you haven't told me one person to emulate Mike Tyson.
That's why I said it's a dream matchup. I got Wilder by knockout based on the mental game. Boxing is mental.
Don't doubt the question though. Don't doubt the question. So who can Wilder have in camp to emulate Mike Tyson?
That'd be tough. That's what I'm saying.
But let me say this,
Go ahead.
Let me say this. But see, like I said, Mike Tyson was a different fighter at 87, 88. And I'm gonna say this. People talk about Mike Tyson lack of toughness, but he had that, and Lawrence Williams was right. A trainer can make a world of a difference, man. You know, just like when Ali got dropped by Henry Cooper, he was out on his feet. You know, and Angelo Dundee cut the gloves to give Ali more time, like he did Lou Duva. You know, a lot of old Italian trainers used to do it. Lou Duva saved Evander Holyfield from Burt Cooper because Holyfield had nothing left, and he cut the gloves. But just like Kevin Rooney, who learned from Customato, you know, Tyson lost the first 4 rounds against Tony Tucker. Good heavyweight. But see, those guys they didn't hone their skills. They were good heavyweights, man, but they were lazy. They didn't have the desire. Like Buster Douglas and Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker was 6'6", good physique, good power, either hand. He could box his butt off, man. And he hurt Mike in the first round. Now, Mike didn't have Kevin Rooney in that fight. He would have lost that fight. But Mike Tyson wound up taking over the fight as the fight went on, and he won a 15-round decision. You know, so Mike does have mental toughness, but Kevin Rooney was the trainer that Mike needed. When Mike, you know, started messing with Robert Givens, we know the story. He was never the same. Yep. You know, and he started
like Kurt, I respect you, but a lot of niggas make excuses for Tyson. If you go on his podcast, he done that to himself. He already talked about how he came into the fight. He was a bully. All that is your character. Your character always shows up in the ring. Like, that's what I'm trying to explain.
I agree with you, Jalik. You just said, I agree with you 100% because I used to get in bad arguments when I told, you know, people like Holyfield when Tyson bit him and stuff like that, how Holyfield was a better fighter And most fighters like Tyson or bullies, Sonny Liston, George Foreman,
Exactly.
when they come across a boxer or a guy who stands up to them, they fold. But Tyson needed somebody like Kevin Rooney to get him straight. I agree with you. Now, 100% agree with you. Right, you're right on this, because I always said that Mike Tyson, when things didn't go his way, that he would regress in the fight. If you look at the first Holyfield and Tyson fight, Mike started regressing as the fight went on, and he wanted to quit because he was like faking, like like he was gonna fall to the canvas. I agree with you there, but Mike Tyson is the guy that had two careers: 87, 88 Mike, and then the Mike. After the Spinks fight, he was done, man. He was he got rid of Kevin Rooney, and Robert Givens came into the fray, but most fighters like Mike, though, like George Foreman, Sonny Liston, were bullies. Sonny Liston turned out being bullied by Ali because a fighter that get bully other fighters, they scared of a crazy person. He thought Muhammad Ali was crazy.
Exactly.
He thought it was nuts.
A lot of people don't take that in consideration. That's why you got to look at a person's. See, a lot of times, a lot of boxers now, they be trying to be friends with niggas because they don't want to fight them. I notice everything about niggas. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, you got to be like an alpha male to have that supreme confidence in yourself first without trying to be friends with niggas and be friend with people. That's why I respect Bud a lot, because a lot of people don't know when Bud was at, I think he was at 140 still here, just finished it. When Earl Spence beat L. Brook, he congratulated him on Twitter. So it always had a respect thing for him. But he's not no beta nigga that's going to be feeling inferior to Earl Spence because Earl Spence is being hyped up as the next boogeyman. He believed that he can win. And that's why when it comes to mental things, that's why I give Bud the favorite. Now, if Earl came across as being more confident in himself, then I would increase his chances a little bit. But Bud Crawford will stop Earl Spence. Everybody know that. And I said this year, you can go check. I said this a year ago. He'll stop Earl Spence. Like, that's easy work. That's easy work. And I put my money on that. Like, I put my money I know so.
I got Bud winning, but I don't think he stopped.
All right.
I got it too. I always thought he beat Spence. I ain't gonna jump on, stay on because I got something to do. But thanks for the link. Okay. But I just want to say, Ennis, I love Jerron Ennis, but we gotta wait and see, Jalik, how his career gonna turn out, because there was this fighter that reminds me of Jerron Ennis back in the day. His name was Kelsey Banks. They say he was gonna be Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. He was a 6-foot featherweight. He was fast, power. He went to the Pan Am Games and fought a Korean, got knocked out with one punch, and his career was never the same.
Right.
He was a prospect, but when he stepped up, his career was never the same. Alex Ramos, Puerto Rican middleweight, who was a great Olympic fighter. They say he was going to be Marvin Hagler. He kept getting knocked out when he turned pro. Another fighter,
Cintron, Francisco Bajado, all these guys that be hyped.
Francisco Bajado is another one. They say he was going to be this and that, and he wasn't. Mark Brennan was 110 wins and 1 loss, even though he became world champion, but he never lived up to the expectations. I used to go to Mark Brennan fights at the Garden. He used to knock people out cold with headgear on. He was a devastating man. But he was 110-1. He lost to Darrell Anthony as his only loss. But when he turned pro, he got knocked out by Aaron Superman Davis and Marlon Starling. So he never panned out. So we gotta wait. I think he's gonna be the goods though. But we gotta see how he take a punch. We gotta see the intangibles. If he get cut, if he get knocked down, what's gonna happen?
You're right about that, and that's what I said. He needs challenges because the lesser your competition, it kind of like it enables you and it make you not stay on your top of your A game, because you can't be playing around with boxing. All it takes is one punch. I mean, Erickson Lubin. I like Erickson Lubin, who, by the way, I think he has the best chance to beat J-Rock at 154. But we see, but just because one thing I want to say too, just because you lose a fight down, make you a loser. You know what I'm saying? I like the way Erickson Lubin is coming back, so I'm gonna definitely check him out next week. And that's a dangerous fight against Gallimore too, by the way.
But you know what though? I want to say this. I'm gonna get off. people don't give Floyd credit. Floyd played the game the right way, man.
Yeah.
He played the game the right because Floyd, when he was an amateur, he was just beating the whole gym. And they had a magazine, back in the day where you could look at amateur fight. I said, man, this dude gonna be the goods, man. And David Tua got stories with Floyd Mayweather and Frankie Randall. A lot of people don't know Frankie Randall used to take care of Floyd. He's a bomb holes and stuff like that. And he used to give Pernell work. Rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. So Mayweather was groomed. And see, the reason I brought his name up is that he lived up to expectations and then some. And he played the game the right way. People could criticize him, but he looked at boxing as a business after he beat Arturo Gatti. So I'd rather for Floyd to be like this, getting all the money you can, than having your fighters who you looked up to, looking in garbage cans and stuff like that. Because that used to happen to old fighters, man, and stuff like that. So, when you are a known commodity in the amateur ranks and you live up to expectations, that's not easy to do. That's very difficult. But Floyd did, and a lot of fighters don't.
I agree. The haters, the Floyd haters, always they making stuff up. Like Samuel Shaw, he be low key hating on Floyd. Like I don't worship nobody. Like I say, what you are in the ring is different outside the ring. Floyd outside the ring is somebody else. But inside the ring, they try to say that he was trying to fight Shane Mosley for a long time. They try to say, and then Shane Mosley had a toothache. They say he ducking Shane Mosley. You get what I mean? A lot of Floyd haters do underestimate him, but they don't realize, as you can see, like a lot of people don't live up to the hype. Look at Jermaine Taylor. It's a lot of people that don't live up to the hype. And like El said, Ricardo Williams from Cincinnati, he didn't live up to it. He was with that same 2000 class, Jeff Lacey. They was all there.
Malik Scott too. Malik Scott was coming out. He's supposed to have been the heavyweight Tommy Hearns with his boxing skills, but we all know how it went. Yeah, man, Floyd, he's different because he did it right. And when he was at 130 after he beat Gennaro Hernandez, he was calling out the 130 champions. Look who they had, bro, at 130. They had Acelino Freitas, Joel Casamayor, you know what I'm saying? Robert Garcia, all them guys, and he called all them guys out. And it was like I think they was on Showtime and he was on HBO, and they didn't want the smoke. He even called out Prince Nassim Hamed at a catchweight at 128, and none of them guys wanted. So when he started to move up, once he started to move up and started to understand it's a business, he didn't care no more. You know what I'm saying? He went up to 35. He went 35 for the number one guy at 35. His first fight, Castillo, fought him twice. You know what I'm saying? Some close fights. He fought Victoriano Sosa. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight for him. He fought Indu. Indu was like 31-1 with 30 knockouts. Big puncher from South Africa. Beat him, moved. You know what I'm saying? So he did everything in progression, and he fought the best guys that was available because Spout 4 didn't want to fight him at the time. You know what I'm saying? What's the dude? Leonard Doreen. Them guys didn't want to fight him.
Yeah,
I always wanted to see him versus Acelino Freitas because I thought that would have been a good style matchup. But Freitas didn't want that work.
Yeah, he'll make
only one that worked at 130 was Chico Corrales.
Yep.
And people don't realize the first Castillo fight, Floyd had no business in the ring. He had a bad shoulder injury. That's why he rematched him. He wanted to prove to himself that he can beat him. And he beat him more clearly the second fight. But the first fight, I still had Floyd winning 7-5. It was a very close fight, But, people, they get on Floyd, man. But, fighters are, like Jalik said, fighters are different out the ring. I couldn't I won't walk up to like fighters, like the new fighters, because you don't know what you're going to get and stuff like that. So, they different out the ring. Listen, I admire what they do inside the ring, but personality-wise, I don't know. I heard Charlos act funny all the time. So
I don't know fighters though. I just look at them. They just regular humans to me, and they got a special gift. But I don't worship no humans. Period. Let alone boxing. I wish everybody because I know because they taking a pound. And me personally, I'm not letting nobody punch me over the head because every time I don't know if everybody ever box. Every time somebody hits you upside the head, that shit hurt, dog.
Yeah, I boxed 2 years. I know what you mean.
That shit ain't no joke, dog. So that's why I say I respect all fighters, man. But I appreciate you coming through, Kurt. You know what I'm saying? I get you, man. I get you a chance. I'll bother you another time when we disagree on something. You know your stuff, though.
Oh man, I respect the person who stands on a square and stuff like that, man. I body over 100 dudes, man. I'm not nothing like that, man. But you know, I mean, I'm 53, man. I've been watching boxing for 45 years, man. You know, and I noticed like my father and this dude named Art Rush Jr. I learned a lot from him, man. But you know, I like a guy who stand on his square. I got respect for you. Where you from, Jalik?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, but I live in Atlanta though.
Oh, Wilmington, Delaware. Okay.
Camden, and my cousins and stuff in Camden. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I went through Wilmington, Delaware a lot, man. But hey, Lawrence, man, thanks a lot.
Peace
I'm
out.
gonna have you on the show, man. We're trying to get Jerron Ennis on the show, man, but he keep acting funny, man.
Oh, for real?
All right, Kurt.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, fellas, man. Thanks a lot. I'll see y'all.
All right. My man Money Brown just got in. What's good, bro?
What's up, Money?
What's going down? What's going down, bro? What's going on? What's going down,
man? What's up, man? I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion, man, because everybody know we had a bet. I picked Beterbiev by Crush, and he picked Usyk for the money. But what's your breakdown on that, Money? Because actually, Usyk actually good though. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Like my card was going back and forth, yo. I had I think I gave Vosh the first, then Beterbiev, then like it was going back and forth, bro. But clearly you could see Beterbiev. I mean, I don't know why you call him Beterbiev. I call him motherfucker Beterbiev.
Yeah, I don't know how
but
some people.
But yeah, Beterbiev. Look, that motherfucker was strong, boy. He's strong. Hey, and you seen like the body shots, bro. Like you seen the body shots breaking them. Like, damn. Like me and my little brother sitting up here watching, right? He like, oh yeah, bro. You might as well get ready to ship that man. It's 50. I said, hold on, nigga, what you mean? I said, hold on, nigga, I got faith. But look, Beterbiev, bro, he's strong, bro. And look, last night, Beterbiev showed me he can box, and he showed me counter punching ability, bro.
And he got defense. And he got defense. I said,
bro, that wasn't it. Like, what surprised me with Beterbiev, bro, is the fucking like he switched it up and stuff. I'm like, damn, Gozik, but Gozik though, it looked like he was just like like the only thing I don't like about Gozik is his balance, bro. It's like Andre Berto, how Berto has be kind of off balance when he be punching. So it's like you can easily manhandle him. You know what I'm saying? As strong as they look, you can manhandle him. That's why he was falling and shit like that. But it was a good fight, bro. Like you say, Gozik put up a hell of a fight. But Beterbiev, he the best fighter at 175. Like I still think Bivol, like skill wise, got the most skills. But man, Beterbiev just showed that power, bro. Like. He dangerous for anybody, bro. That motherfucker is dangerous. And like physically, bro, like Gozik couldn't even grab him, bro. He kept trying to wrap him up. He couldn't grab him or shit. Like I was talking to my guy, Milton. Y'all know Milton is the other half of Dante Boxing Nation. So we was chatting up and shit. And Milton was like, man, Money Pal, not Money. I'm Money, not Money, but Money Pal hit him up, told him that like Beterbiev just looking so fucking strong out there. But as he say, like, because Beterbiev looked a little vulnerable in the last couple of fights. But in this fight, bro, in this unification bout, I got to give it to him, man. That motherfucker came ready. He was rock solid. But it was a back and forth fight. It was a back and forth fight to where you could say, I was looking to see, because Gozik was landing some good little shots. I'm like, damn, is he going to end up hurting him down the stretch, or is he going to end up picking it up? But, man, Beterbiev didn't fold, bro. I give it to him, bro. Yeah. I got to say, he the best 175-pounder on the planet.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I don't know what. Some people just naturally strong. The motherfucker look like he do forearm shit that make him strong. He probably do a lot of pull-ups or something he does because it's good because he's not overly muscular like a motherfucking Jeff Lacey or Anthony Yarde, but he like way stronger because I don't know what he do to develop his strength, but I heard his training technique. That's why I picked him, because his training techniques is real unconventional. And also, I knew when Teddy Atlas said, "Oh, you know what Beterbiev is gonna do? He's just gonna come in and try to land the right hand." I knew they fucked up. Then I was even more sure because I was like, "What? He don't watch Beterbiev? Beterbiev got more than the right hand. He got a left hand. He got way more to his game." And like I say, he know how to implement his style. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's gonna be to beat him, yo.
them sticky body shots he was putting on Gold's was turning his ass up, bro. That shit. And then he was saying he putting that bitch like right in the centerplex, like he was knocking the air out his ass. I'm like, God damn, yo, I know that shit hurt, bro. I know that boy probably pissed blood. I say, man, them body shots were no joke, bro. And that motherfucker is heavy handed with both hands. So,
oh shit,
yeah.
Yeah, I like the performance. I like how poised he was, and he didn't overexert himself cutting off the ring and everything. He was just smart with it, and his body, you can tell he got some heavy hands because he wasn't loading up the punch. He was just throwing this quick shots. And it was hurting him, especially to the body, the right hand, left hand to the body. So just imagine if he get you a stationary target and he can load up on you, how he finished the fight, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
so,
he gonna put you out. He go.
Y'all
see how Ward started on Bradley a little bit afterwards. Well,
I ain't hear that.
Bradley.
Nah, I didn't hear what he said.
Not like stun on like talk, but it was just like Bradley. If they were sitting there, Bradley like, I gotta give it to you, Dre. You said it. Dre was just sitting up there looking at his ass like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, damn. But yeah, it was a hell of a fight though. But I want to touch on Floyd. Y'all was talking about Floyd, man. Yo, that like Floyd, bro. I consider Floyd the greatest of all time, in my opinion, bro. Because I seen it. I seen him. Like I watched him. Like like I love Sugar Ray Leonard. I love Sugar Ray Robinson, bro. I know people got their cases on why these other fighters are the greatest of all time. But when you look at Floyd, bro, and you look at the like Kurt was saying, the way he played the game, because at the end of the day, bro, this is a business at the end of the day. Like, we don't get that shit. We always trying to say, oh, this, that, and the third, but you do gotta move a certain way in this boxing game, bro. Otherwise, you get your fucking brain shift. You know what I'm saying? You go fighting all these heavy ass punches. But Floyd fought punches, bro. He fought punches. He fought like people get caught up in the money Mayweather, but they just think he didn't grind and get there, bro. That shit didn't come overnight. Floyd took his bumps, his bruises. That's why I say in this boxing game, bro, when you take your bumps and bruises, I'm gonna respect you even more, bro. And you don't have to lose to take your bumps and bruises. But when Jalik said, when you lose, it's not a loss. Hell no, when you lose, it's not a loss. That's just this new era of fans, bro. Like, Lubin, look at J-Rock. When they take a loss, it tends to push the fighter back so fucking far to where people be like, oh, we don't want to see him no more. Like, who don't want to see Charlo and fucking her fight? You see what I'm saying? Like, they fuck that fight up because they saying, oh, both of them lost, it don't got no steam to it. Man, they're more elite fighters. You don't want to see them fight. So when people say that type of shit, bro, it's just like they fuck the game up, bro. The new era, new era of fighters. Yeah, I don't praise the O, bro. Yeah, I don't praise the O. So to me, it's like you got to see how fighters bounce back, and sometimes that shit make fighters stronger, bro. Like it put their ass back on their guard and shit. So with that situation, but with Floyd, though, man, Floyd came into the game, bro. That's why it'll never be another Floyd Mayweather ever. Because mentally, no other fighter can go where that dude can go. Mentally, no other fighter can stay disciplined like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Floyd know how to talk that shit, but he stayed disciplined at the same time. He didn't fuck up. And like he always said, bro, I had a game plan. This shit was like he planned and mapped all that shit out. Fuck what the fans say. Fuck what the like even the fans that love me, even the fans that hate me, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Because either way, if you winning, bro, people go watch you regardless. It don't matter, bro. They can talk shit about you. Oh, we thought he lost this, that, and the third. It don't matter, bro. They go watch regardless. And when it comes time to pay, if you winning too much, some niggas go want to see you lose, and they go pay to see you lose. Yep. And that's how Floyd played the game, bro. So all that other shit is just I don't know, bro. I don't know what people begin off on that shit at, but outside the ring, like y'all say, I can't hang out with no Floyd Mayweather because I ain't no damn yes man.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And you got all them fine ass women. I'm damn sure ain't no yes man. I'm damn sure my eyes go wrong. You know what I'm saying? My eyes go wrong. So I'm not finna just sit over here. But inside the ring, he deserved to be praised, man. He deserved to be praised, and there's nothing you can do to take away from him inside the ring. Regardless, people want to say, oh, he fought Conor McGregor. He fought. They'll try to do that shit to discredit everything else he did. But other than that, you got to get that man his just due.
I got a question. El and Monty, who do you think in history had a better chance to beat Floyd? Aaron Pryor, Thomas Hearns, or Sugar Ray? My opinion.
Hey, yo, guys, am I on?
Yeah, you go. What's up, bro?
All right.
Can
you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You clear?
All right.
I would say Aaron Pryor would have a better chance to beat Floyd than Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray. What y'all thoughts on that?
El Jefe, you get that one, bro. El Jefe, get that one.
He don't know that.
Well, what was the question? I didn't hear Jaleel.
Who had a better chance to beat Aaron Pryor, Sugar Ray Leonard, or Thomas Hearns?
Mayweather, based on style, I think Durant would give him the most work.
Or Durant, yeah. Aaron Pryor.
Durant at 135, it was a monster, bro.
I agree.
Yeah,
He was, but I still think it would have been Sugar Ray Leonard, me myself, only because Sugar Ray hit you all on top of your motherfucking head, like he beat Big Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, when Madonna hit Floyd up on top of the head, we seen what happened. That's why you hit Floyd on top of the crown, bro. But I like the big punchers. I like Tommy Hitman Hearn. He can box though, but Tommy, I feel like Floyd can outbox him. I feel like even what people say Duran, because Duran had that pressure style, bro. And Duran get to the body and he like fuck it, but that can work against him with somebody like a Floyd Mayweather, bro, a thinker. But we got to see what Floyd Mayweather we talking about, because Floyd was a banger too. So we like it's crazy when we say Floyd Mayweather, because he really got two styles to him. And the boxer Floyd Mayweather that think that I'm gonna hit and not get hit, and then there was Pretty Boy Floyd. Now I give all of them a chance against Pretty Boy Floyd because he'll sit there and bang, but the Floyd Mayweather that hit and not get hit, that think on your ass, it's gonna be tough for any of them to beat him. Now I give them a shot, but I probably have to say Sugar Ray Leonard because of the speed and how Sugar Ray delivers his punches up top. We know Tommy Hitman coming, trying to slug your ass. Durant coming with the pressure, and Aaron Pryor. We know Aaron Pryor got real raw power. You know what I'm saying? He had real raw power. So
Yo, guys, I have a question, bro.
Yeah, with the power
question
punches,
that's more realistic, bro.
Yeah, hold on, Hefe. With the power punches, I will say they got that chance, but I will go with Sugar Ray, bro, because I think Sugar Ray a smart motherfucker. He had the speed to match Floyd, yeah. But go ahead, L, bro.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I have a more realistic question, bro. A fight that could have happened that didn't happen. 2008 Margarito versus Mayweather. Why did that shit not happen?
Because Mayweather had a game plan. Listen, I know what people are trying to say with that situation. People want to say Floyd duck Margarito. I never say Floyd duck nobody, bro. Margarito came into the plans. Floyd had a game plan. And it's like you move accordingly how you want to move. But I don't think, like, with Margarito probably had some little success. Of course he would have some success, especially in 2008 Margarito. That was a hell of a body punch, and we know he was a big hitter. But when Margarito got caught with them fucking them raps, we don't know what Margarito was doing back then, bro. Like, that shit can taint you. It can take you to where I'm saying now. I don't want to say he was using that shit way back then, but getting caught with it, it can taint you, bro. So who knows, man? But I still ride with Floyd against Margarito. Not saying it would have been easy. Not saying it would have been an easy fight, though.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Jaleel?
That nigga he don't know who Margarito is. Man, I think it would have been a good. It would have been a good fight, man. At the time, because I think the pressure of Margarito would have been crazy for Floyd, but I think Floyd would have beat him. And another thing too, I don't really think he ducked him either, because if you look, well, you can say he ducked him. It all depends on how you look at boxing. Or you just want to see the best fighting each other, you can say he ducked him. But if you look at the landscape at the time, 2008. Floyd had just beat old boy Oscar De La Hoya to become a big star and taking the career in his own hands, and just beat Ricky Hatton. So at the time, I think he didn't want to have no business with Bob Arum. It's the same shit that's going on now. You know what I'm saying? You on this side, that side. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do what's best for your career and make the most money on this side right here. So I think, as far as the fight though, we break down the fight. I think Floyd would outpoint him. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a rough fight. Yeah, I don't think it'd be kind of like Madonna fight, because I think
no.
Madonna's more rougher than Margarito, but I think Margarito would give him some problems. So,
he would have called problems because of the body shots. I like Margarito body work.
Floyd, and I say Floyd 9 rounds to 3, 8 rounds to 4. But Margarito was tough. I like Margarito, but Paul Williams gave him that work when Margarito was the boogeyman. And then they still made that fight against Cotto, which I picked him to beat Cotto back then.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, man. Don't get it twisted. I would have liked to see the fight, but I think Floyd would have beaten him. But it would have been a competitive fight.
It would have been good.
Oh, no doubt. Because Margarito's on the shit. They want to say Floyd ducked Margarito and Paul Williams. See, you go get that with Floyd Mayweather. When you're successful like that, the people will go back into your history, and then they go be like, oh, well, you didn't fight this fighter. Oh, you didn't fight that fighter. But the 4 fighters that beat that fighter. You dig what I mean? So
you say that about any fighter except Ali. Yeah. That's the only fighter you can't say that about. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. But they'll say Ali ain't get Ken Norton this rematch neither though. But you know how that
He
go.
fought three times.
Not Ken. Who was that? They say beat? That was Kenny, right?
He fought Ken Norton 3 times. He fought only one he didn't rematch was Big George, but he fought Ken Norton 3 times. Frazier 3 times.
Frazier.
Shit. He fought Spinks twice. Leon
Yeah,
Spinks.
yeah. When he lost, and then when he got his title back, told that boy to
Yep.
enjoy the belt for 3 months.
Yeah.
But yeah. But when you look at Floyd, bro, it's like they gonna have that on him, bro. And you look at like Paul, and I respect Paul Wins because when Paul was giving that interview, he say, "Man, to be real with y'all, I don't know if I could have beat Floyd Mayweather, but I know I could have gave him a hell of a show." You know what I'm saying? He like, I just wanted my shot. So they gonna do that type of shit, bro. When they looking at certain fighters, they go, especially when somebody like Mayweather who undefeated, and you know what I mean, and it's like it's gonna be like that. But I think people cheat themselves out of greatness, man. That's why I say if I don't like a fighter, bro, I'm not gonna discredit no fighter. If you a bad motherfucker, I'm gonna give you your just due, and I'm going to watch you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I see people discrediting Lomachenko like he ain't the real deal, bro. You can't knock somebody's style, bro. Lomachenko is the real deal, and he's a bad motherfucker, and he's a savage. You know what I'm saying? He's a savage. Like they had Bill on the Trill Boxing Show the other day. They turned Black Fight Fan up because he's saying he don't think Devin Haney go beat Lomachenko, and he got a great fucking point, bro. I like Devin Haney myself. Now I'm riding with Devin to beat him. I'm riding with Tank to beat him. But boy, that's gonna be a tall task for them. Lomachenko is a bad motherfucker, yo. That's a bad boy. You gotta get just due and give credit where it's due, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you in that type of when you got that type of pedigree, man, and you that type of fighter, bro, you gotta take all the backlash that's gonna come with it because boy, if you that good, you gonna get a lot of it. You gonna get a lot of it.
And I think the thing that people they underestimate about Lomachenko, he's a damn true champion, bro. And then as the fight goes on in the 10th, 11th, he always wins those rounds, bro. That's the mark of a true champion. Like I said, I was saying when I breaking down those fights, I think Devin, Tank, all them guys, they're gonna be neck and neck with him as far as skills and all that good shit. It's gonna go back and forth. But what's gonna win Lomachenko those fights is the championship rounds, and he always have another gear. Look at his last couple of fights.
That grit,
he always
bro.
When he fought Pedraza, that was a good fight back and forth. But then like the 9th or 10th round, he's dropped him twice, and then he won the decision. Same thing with Luke Campbell. So he know how to turn that shit up at the end of the fight. And I don't know if those guys have that gear to either withstand that shit or stop it or kind of
Even Linares, when he got dropped, bro. And look, that motherfucker got dropped, took a round off, went right back. What I love about him is he's gonna go right back into the mouth of the lion, bro. He's not gonna shade away. Like that motherfucker don't shade away, bro. He stick to the game plan. You can frustrate him a little bit, but nonetheless, Lomachenko gonna stick to the game plan, and he believe in his skill set and the way that motherfucker fight, bro. Like I love watching him fight, bro. I love watching him fight. I picked Riggin out to beat him. I won't lie. You know what I'm saying? I thought Ricky would get him, but I knew for a fact that I knew Lomachenko had the edge. I knew he had the edge because he was active. He's a bad boy. He bringing him up. But I'm so much of a fan of Ricky now. I want to fit a shot away from Rigo, but the skill level on Lomachenko, man, like people got to quit trying to discredit that man and just give credit where it's due. And if they really watch him, they'll like him, bro. If they really watch him, they'll like him. Because yeah, you gotta give him his credit. That's a bad motherfucker, bro. If you gonna tell me you like black fighters that whoop ass, that move, counter, and do all this shit, but you don't like Lomachenko, nah, you lying like a motherfucker, bro. You lying. People ain't keeping it real with themselves.
I think a lot of people don't like him because they overhype. He not overhyped, he get overhyped and people just want him to lose.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, bro, but who's overhyping him, bro? That's a question, man.
My thing though, Jalik,
ESPN.
Exactly.
But that's his promoter. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're supposed to do.
There you go. Right. I was just about to say that, bro. And look, my thing is I don't follow the media shit, bro. Yeah. Like when I put out my shit, bro, it all comes from me. I don't get caught up in because we smart enough to understand this shit. That's why I say we grown ass man, bro. We smart enough to understand a skillful fighter when we see a skillful fighter. We smart enough to understand if somebody an elite fighter or if somebody is not an elite fighter. It's just people that want to be so different, bro. Like if you look at Crawford and Spence, we can tell both of these motherfuckers are talented, elite, bad motherfuckers. So we want to see them fight each other. So when Bomac make a statement saying, "Oh, Earl Spence is a basic fighter," a basic fighter that became a fucking unified world champion. Come on, bro. That's like saying Terrence Bud Crawford is a basic fighter. And this motherfucker is the #1 pound for pound fighter, a 3-division world champion, a former undisputed world champion. You dig what I mean? Like, come on, bro. We see skills. It's not hard for us to understand skills, bro, and to know that that's a bad motherfucker, bro. So I don't get caught up in the media hype and all that shit, like hyping up the fighter or they hyping him too much, so I'm not gonna watch him.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a big fan base, so fuck him out. Like, man, fuck all that shit. If somebody earned that shit, bro, the right way, you don't have no facts on saying this man is the cheater. You don't have no facts on saying this, that, and the third, and he earned this shit the hard way, bro. In this boxing game, man, I'm gonna give him his just due because he deserved that shit.
Yeah,
I agree. Lomachenko, bad motherfucker. He a bad boy, yo. Devin Haney got the best chance to beat him, but I want to see that fight. But he bad, yo. I've been saying that.
Yeah, and I like Devin Haney, but I'm gonna say this: Devin Haney ain't like he don't have something that Lomachenko never seen. You see what I mean? Like it's not like Devin Haney going in with a style that Lomachenko never seen. So I like Devin Haney, bro. I like him. He's a boxer. He got a good pop. He coming into it. He's a thinker. But Devin Haney himself still haven't had that big fight that we can say, damn, man, Devin is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he been beating fighters and he been outclassing them, looking good. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he haven't had that fight, bro. To me, yeah, you know what I mean, Lawrence. He haven't had that great fight, bro, to where we can say that was a top-notch fucking fight, and we can credit him that he is the next up. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say we can look at him with the skill level, he got it. But Lomachenko had those fights. Whether we want to say, oh, he's only 14, 15 fights in or not, it doesn't matter, bro. He had those fights with fucking champions that been in the game for X amount of years and got all the skills in the world championship. You know what I'm saying, Horace? So you can't deny that shit, man. That's why I give him, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Y'all know y'all heard about his next opponent, Devin Haney?
Petro?
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah. He fought Rancher last year, got stopped.
Yeah, and that's why I say what's this fight gonna do for him? Like this fight not go, but I understand what Bill was saying. I understand what he was saying. They is chasing Lomachenko. They trying to get the fight, but it's the same thing like Black Fight Fan said. And like we said, this is my thing, bro. This is my fucking thing. One minute, like is they put too many ducks on one fighter, right? Now they say, oh shit, he ducking Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? We want to see him fight Teofimo Lopez. The man haven't even fought Teofimo Lopez yet. Now guess what? He's ducking Devin Haney. It's like, damn, y'all want the man like and in the bigger hindsight, Elder, we know, bro, undisputed is the goal. So if he's gonna sit back and wait for the winner of fucking Teofimo and Richard Kwame, I can't knock the man.
No,
I can't knock him.
Why would you fight Haney and you got that's stupid? That's dumb business.
Exactly.
I know.
Bro, exactly.
That's why I said, and I think they shouldn't penalize. I think this because Mikey, my guy Mikey, he robbed the fight fans out of a good fight with him and Lomachenko. That's a fight we want to see. So since he gave up his belt, what's the problem with Lomachenko getting it? I know people say, man, how can he fight for that belt and he's not mandatory or whatever? Man, I always think in my mind, if we got multiple champions in a division, that other champion is your mandatory. WBO, whatever. WBA, however it works. So I'm cool with it. Let him get undisputed first. That's why I said earlier. I said if he become undisputed, they beat the winner Teofimo and Comey. And next year, he ducking. Oh, when I say he ducking, but the same talk next year this time. Well, man, I don't think I want to fight Haney. Man, we're gonna go this way, that way, that way. Now that's a problem. But it still works out in Devin Haney's position because he's the mandatory. He's the interim champion, so he good. Either way it go, he gonna be world champion. Either way it goes. So it is what it is, man. I just think it's better to fight for 4 belts than fight for like 1.
I agree. Let me ask y'all a question, Jalik and Lawrence. Do y'all think that Luke Campbell that fought Lomachenko, do y'all think Devin Haney could beat that Luke Campbell?
Yeah, he'll stop him. I think he'll stop him. Yep.
No, I don't think he'll stop him.
I don't think he'll stop him. I think he'll beat him, but I think it'd be a good fight for him. It'd be a tactical fight.
Right, that would have been a hell of a challenge for him right there. That Luke Campbell. That's why I wanted to see it, bro, because I was saying that was the fight to show us what Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand, bro. That Chris Diaz fight did a lot for Shakur Stevenson to me. I don't know about other people, but to me, I know he lost to my guy, the Japanese for that title. I know he lost.
Ito.
Masasuke Ito. I hope I fuck his name up, but I know he lost. But he fought the shit out that fight, and it was a championship caliber fight. And he came and Shakur made him look like nothing. That proves something to me. I don't know about everybody else, but to me, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Devin Haney go fight a fighter where I can say, all right, that proves something to me. Because the fighters he been getting, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he's supposed to do that too. I'm not taking nothing away from those fighters. They good fighters, but he's supposed to do that to those fighters. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking for him to get that type of fight before we just. And I'm not mad if he get the Lomachenko fight. I want to see him. I'm pulling for Devin. Now I follow him since the beginning, bro. All the way from Mexico to amateurs, Devin Haney TV. I watched Devin Haney rise from the bottom to the top, bro. But still, I want to see him show me that. Oh man, okay, I can really say I got confidence in Devin beating Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have confidence in Tank beating him, but I'm riding with Tank. But I just know Lomachenko a bad motherfucker, bro, and that
What's the
motherfucker
fight?
is a savage.
What's the fight you think he should have to be ready for Lomachenko? My personal opinion, I think a fight like if he fights somebody like Fortuna and be able to deal with that tricky style, I think that would give him more experience. That okay, I can deal with this southpaw style tricky guy, and I can build. What y'all think?
I like
Devin
Fortuna
Haney.
myself, bro. I like Fortuna.
He about to fight Cuellar on the second. But see, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's kind of like now, it's not really much at lightweight right now.
35, exactly.
Yeah.
They can put him up there besides the champions, but
yeah. So
look, the former champion, shit. Like I say, Luke Campbell. I know Linares and went up. He done fucked himself over going up to 140 and shit.
He got stopped in one round.
I gotta check the landscape because I know there's a fight out there. I really gotta check the landscape.
Yeah, it's so I think I know a little bit of it. It's an Australian guy named George Cameron. I can't pronounce his last name. George Cambosos. He's gonna fight on Buzz undercard. He's like number one. He's like the highest ranked guy in IBF. Other than he right behind Teofimo. Then you got an African guy named Emmanuel Tabo, something like that. He's like 31-1 with 15 knockouts. He's been boxing since he was 16. Then you got Fortuna. He about to fight Cuellar on the second. Cuellar, yep. Easter moved up. You know what I'm saying? Then the champions. Then you got Luke Campbell, and Ryan Garcia. I think that's a wrap.
And another good fight to be fun, but I know he played on this side. I like to see him fight my guy who just fought Eastern ass.
Oh, Rances Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. I like the Rances Bartholomew fight, bro.
That's a good fight. That's a tricky fight for him.
Yeah.
Tall, rangy.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I just think he needs to stay active. The great thing he got going on for him, this is his fourth fight. That's amazing, dog. So
but Devin always stay active in his career, bro. That's one thing he always done.
Real great. He don't blew up in weight. I'm like, yo, this dude is good.
He's different.
Devin, but what I like what Bill said though. Damn, my bad, Julie. Go ahead, bro.
I was just saying, I think Devin Haney has the best chance to beat
Lomachenko.
And it's crazy, and I don't want to disrespect him, but I'll be sleeping on him sometimes. But I gotta catch myself. Homeboy is very, very, very dangerous. Richard Comey.
He
has a great puncher chance against Lomachenko, a high ass puncher chance.
And the size too. The size, you can't sleep on the size. You got the size too.
I mean, fight for Donna. This is different, yo.
He got a good chin.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's battle tested.
Exactly.
As we can see as well too is Lomachenko ain't the biggest 135. Like people get mad at Lomachenko. They like, oh, like Bill said last night, the baddest motherfuckers go up. Why you going back down? Because Bill, we really clearly see that Lomachenko is not. And that's what make him even more fucking talent. I mean, like I give him even more credit because he's not the size advantage at 135, but he beating on these big fighters like that, bro. So I don't know, bro. Like Bill say he's ducking and this and that, but I respect Bill Haney, man. But Bill Haney, I'm sorry, bro. I can't agree with you. I can't say Lomachenko ducking your son.
In my opinion, fucking Lomachenko has to be one of these young dudes, bro, to cement his legacy, and then he can move down.
He gonna do it. Oh no! If Lomachenko become undisputed, if he beat Teofimo or Richard Cormier, bro, he proved like he don't have to listen. This the thing, yo. Fucking Linares was the top 135 pounder after Mikey left. He beat him. Luke Campbell is not a slouch. You dig what I mean? A lot of people talk shit about Anthony Crolla, but Anthony Crolla only had 2 losses, if I'm not mistaken. L-Dub, was it only 2?
I think he had probably I think he had more than that. I think he had like 4 because he had some losses early in his career, but he had turned the corner. The corner.
Yeah, I gotta go check.
He was a world champion.
Yeah, but Anthony Crolla ain't no like people say beat his ass, but I just think that was the skill level of Lomachenko. But it's like if Loma become undisputed, bro, and he beat the next champion, he don't have to prove shit else at 135. Now, do I want to see him fight a Devin Haney or Gervonta Davis? Of course, bro. Of course, those are the best versus the best. But at the division, once you clean out the division and become undisputed, I'm not saying that he cleaned it out because we understand that who's there. But he beat the champions, bro. Jose Pedraza won a slouch. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to give credit, but we understand this boxing game, bro. It's always gonna be the next man up, and it's always gonna be somebody there that we want to see him perform against. But like I was saying, you can't knock people accolades and how they get there. Like I got to give him all the credit in the world. That motherfucker become undisputed. If he go down, I'm not gonna be pissed off at him. Did we fuck up some good fights? Of course, but we know Lomachenko tried to give us the best versus the best because he tried to get the Mikey Garcia fight, like Lawrence said, and Mikey said, "Nope, fuck you. I'm gonna go up and chase this big ass bag." And if I take an L, it's gonna be against somebody that I feel like people gonna say, well, you supposed to lose to that fighter. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna knock him. Now I want to see the fights, bro. I feel like those are the best versus the best to take your career to extraordinary and to do big numbers on pay-per-view. And I don't think Lomachenko will shy away from it, but I do think Bob Arum will try to maneuver him a certain type of way because we all know it's Bob Arum, bro.
Monty, check this out. Do you think Devin Haney or Shakur will have a better chance to win him? Because we know Shakur moving up soon. So by the time, if he does move down to 130, Shakur gonna have a strap probably. So who do you think got a better chance to beat him, Shakur or Devin?
Man, that's a tricky question. Like I said, I like Devin's size because of to beat Lomachenko, you gotta have size, and we know Shakur, my guy. I fucks with Shakur the long way, but with somebody like Devin Haney, who but I don't know if he got the pressure. Cause you have to try to force Lomachenko to do something that he don't want to do, or you got to put the pressure on him, bro. Mm-hmm. So I probably give him a 50-50 chance. I probably give both the same amount of chance to beat him because it's Lomachenko. But you gotta put the pressure on Lomachenko, some shit like Salido did, and put the pressure on him to frustrate him a little bit, to make him get out of character just a little, because you can't frustrate him. You know what I'm saying? You can't frustrate him, but you can't sit up there and just think you go outbox Lomachenko and that's just gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? That's just you ain't just gonna beat Lomachenko trying to box, because that motherfucker is a mastermind, bro.
Hey, yo, guys, do you guys think Arum could feed him to Ramirez probably? Lomachenko?
He's not moving to 140 though.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
No, he ain't going.
I think Arum would do that, bro.
No, he ain't going to 140, bro. That's a no. Lomachenko said that out his own mouth.
That's a problem. See, I think I agree that you can't outbox him, but I think you gotta be a big puncher to be able to punch with Lomachenko.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I think you gotta go to his body too. Like go to his body. Yeah. You gotta get there, bro. But Tomei,
I'm happy you stopped and say what's up.
and actually, if TFL beats Tomei without controversy.
Hey, Money, go on mute if you can hear me. Money, go on mute real quick.
Yeah. All right, I'm good. All right.
What you saying about Teofimo?
If Teofimo beat Tomei, his confidence is gonna be sky high. And then I would say, okay, if he beat Tomei, I know they got different styles, Tomei and Lomachenko, but say if he stopped Tomei, then his chances of stopping the homeboy is increasing. Like to stop Tomei is a big ass statement. I don't think it's gonna happen, but to stop Tomei, nigga, I'm gonna start to really be like leaning towards Teofimo. Okay, he stopped Tomei. This nigga got a 10, so we gotta wait to see how that shit play out, man. But boxing is live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no doubt.
What y'all think about Jamal Charlo? He just announced his fight with Paul Hogan, Dennis Hogan. And he was talking about, he willing to fight all them big fights, man. What y'all think about the situation?
When I look at Jamal, bro, and like when he said, why not come over to Showtime, because we know Showtime this thing. Like, okay, we know that's your side of the street, bro, but he said he had signed a 1-fight contract to fight one of them dudes. I want to see him get the fights, man, but it's like the Terrence Crawford effect, baby. We know all the welterweights is on PBC side. Damn, I'm discombobulated, boy. This fine motherfucker just walked out my room. But all the damn, girl, you done fucked my head up a little bit. Look, all the welterweight fighters is on PBC side. All the middleweight fighters is with the zone. You know what I'm saying? You not go run the tables, bro. You not fit to make them budge because your name is Jamal Charlo. You not. It's not gonna happen, bro. You're a hell of a fighter. Yes, you got the WBC, but people still looking at you like, okay, you got the WBC, they got the franchise now. Everybody still look at Canelo as a WBC world champ. I know I do. I don't take nothing away from him. I do give him credit. You are the WBC champion, but at the end of the day, you got to fight who you can get, bro. And people don't show up to fights no more, man. Like, and another thing is, you don't have a promoter, so you can go over to the zone for a couple of fights. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of um like people saying, "Oh man, go cross the street, this, that, and all that shit." But you got to do what's best for your career because you look up 2 more years and go past, and we know this boxing game, baby. It don't take that long for the next hot thing to come up. So you got to do what's best for your career. You got to take them chance. You got to say, "Fuck it, man. I'm going over to the zone," even if it's a 2 fight deal. You know what I'm saying? If it's a 2 fight deal, if you can get that fight, but you ain't gonna get them fights just by barking and screaming and all that shit. Now with Dennis Hogan, I don't knock it because just like Terrence Crawford. You got to take what you can get. You know what I'm saying? And Dennis Hogan proved in the Jaime McGill fight that he's a solid fighter. He's a solid fighter. And now we go see what you can do with him. Jamal, go in there, get him the fuck out the way, and then we'll see what your next move will be. But you're not gonna get these fighters to come over to Showtime, bro. It ain't gonna happen, especially with the Cold War like it is. You know what I mean? So you got to do what you got to do, bro.
So Jamal, he got some questions he got to answer because he did hurt his left hand in his last fight, and
Yeah.
I don't want him. I don't like when he try to force the. I don't like when he try to force the knockout. I just like him just boxing and using his jab. If he boxing and use his jab like he always do or what he been doing, he gonna get the knockout regardless because it's gonna come. It's gonna come natural. But I think the thing with Charlo, I think if you do go to the zone or do a couple of fight deals, don't fuck with Eddie. Go to the guy. Go to the guy who run it. Skipper. Go holler at him and get your deal. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to
Yeah.
sign with no promoter. I think he's doing his own thing, him and his brother. So he can go over there and but you got to put it in the contract, bro. I
You
want to
saying
have
go to
one
the
fight
source,
here.
St. Lawrence?
And yeah, go to the source. I want to have one. I want the fights I want is the big fights. If y'all not gonna, because they see what's gonna happen, it's gonna be hard for him to do that because Triple G is working with Eddie Hearn. So Triple G, Eddie Hearn, all them guys, Tom Lawfer, they're gonna have to sign off on that. So if he go over there and say I want Triple G, he can't demand that fight. All he can go sign a 2 fight deal with the hope and promise that I'm gonna get that. So he gonna have to mess with a promoter because he gonna have to get that to say Andrade on this deal or Canelo. He got to mess with Golden Boy or Matchroom. So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be difficult. So that's why I don't really see that one happening. Even though it sounds good, but you gotta look at all the narrative. The zone, they can't make a fight. It's the promoter and the managers. All them guys gotta agree with that shit, and that's the thing. That's why I said Canelo, if he loses to Kovalev, like Jaleel was saying earlier, ain't no guarantee he gonna go fight Triple G. Even though the zone want that, because they can't make that fight. It's up to the managers, promoter, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hefe, what you got on that, bro?
On the whole Charlo DAZN thing or the fight?
Yeah, just anything about
Oh,
that.
I was gonna say I don't understand why PBC doesn't make the Charlo Korobov the rematch, bro. I think that's a better fight. It's a more intriguing fight than the Hogan fight. And the whole DAZN thing, I think Charlo should do what he said: go to the DAZN owners and try to make a deal with them, or even with Golden Boy, go with Oscar, get a 3 fight deal. You know how Oscar was offering Spence like a 3 fight deal, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end, get the Canelo fight. Try to make a deal
See,
with them or something.
I think Carbar about to fight Chris Eubank Jr. At 160. Eubank Jr.
Oh,
moving back
okay.
down.
Oh, I
So
don't know
I
that.
think, it's all cool. It's all good. I think the winner of that, now that's a good fight for Charlo. So you got to build up. You like same thing with Bud, like Money said. Same thing with Bivol in the zone. He don't got no work over there, so he gonna have to either come over there. You are gonna wait for a Berwaxi. Berwaxi might not be ready. You know what I'm saying? Who else he gonna get? Who else he gonna fight? Callum Johnson. He just messed up his shoulder. So you gotta manufacture some opponents. So if you get Eubank fighting on Fox or something to build up his profile because he got a big fan base in UK and people know him off his pops and this and the third, you get him on network TV fighting Carbar, what we kind of familiar with because we seen him against Charlo on Fox and we seen him on Fox again against Lean when he got robbed on the J Rock Hurd card. I thought he won that fight. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta build these guys up. So that's what I think is next. I don't think he's gonna go to the zone. That shit sound good. 1 fight deal, whatever. They should be able to make that fight, but you know how politics and boxing work.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
Sure, it's man. I like I said, I think this weekend is pretty much done with the. I know we got a little fight card on the zone today from the UK. It's kind of like a showbox level card.
Yeah,
But next
Ritson
week
and is it Ritson and what's up
and
boy name?
Davies
Davies,
and
yeah,
Davies.
Davies Jr. Yeah.
So like
What are
next
those light
week going
welterweights?
crazy. Yeah, they yeah 140. Yep.
Are they any good? I don't know them fools.
They prospects, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I'm not gonna say
showbox over there.
they
I'm
world
going
beaters.
to.
Like I said, it's a showbox level. Like what you gonna see on showbox? It's kind of like what you're gonna see tonight.
Hey,
I know
did you guys see they made the Josh Kelly versus David Avanesian?
that's a good fight.
That's a good
That's a
fight.
Yeah,
good
that's a
fight,
good one.
man.
That's a good one. I got Josh.
'Cause-
Man, I had high hopes for Josh Kelly, but it's more as like
mhm.
as the fights goes on, he started like I'm like, damn, Josh, because him and Boots is my little top watch at 147 and shit. But Josh got to start
Mhm.
sitting down a little bit more. He got to stop trying to look too good in that damn ring, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing with these resumes. When people go up, I know right now is the hot topic is Bud ain't fought nobody. He fighting tomato cans. His resume not that good at 147. But you gotta look at it now. Let's see, this what they're not gonna tell you. David Avanesian, he went life and death with a shot at Lamont Peterson.
Lamont
Life and
Peterson,
death.
exactly, man.
Lamont
Yeah.
Peterson. He lost, but it was a close fight. It wasn't like Lamont Peterson blew him out the water. But Igor Kavalauskas did. Mean Machine stopped him in 6 rounds. So that's what I'm saying. When people be like they gonna use the narrative, Bud ain't fighting nobody. I heard somebody say they try to say that they said that see it's misconstrued now. It's like your resume at 140. I go off the wins and losses, how you perform, what that fighter did after they fought you, what they did before they fought you, whatever. You can like I heard one guy saying resume is like you can work at this job, this job, this job. But since you haven't worked there and we're going for the same job, I got more experience, so I got a better resume. Even if you won or lost. No, bro, I disagree. Just because you've been in the ring with that guy, it depends how your performance is. See, Sean Porter his is different because in his losses, that dude was in there. He was in those fights. Kell Brook, Keith, and Spence. Some people thought he won against. Some people thought he won all 3 fights. You know what I'm saying? But he was in that dogging. You can't say the same thing for Adrian Broner. When Adrian Broner fought at 147, some people debate that he beat Paulie Malignaggi. Madonna ran through him. Pacquiao beat him easy in my opinion. He struggled with Granados, but this because he fought better competition and he lost. People saying his resume is better. That is crazy to me because let's put Bud's 3 opponents against AB right now. Y'all trying to tell me Khan wouldn't beat him? You know, what's the story? AB don't let his hands go. Man, he'll do something. He let his hands go. You think a fight with him and David Jose Benavidez, a tall 6-foot guy that's a counterpuncher, and then you fighting a 5'7" counterpuncher that don't let his hands go. Who think gonna win that fight? I got Benavidez. Even Jeff Horn.
Benavides.
Hell yeah, Benavidez.
Jeff Horn can implement the same shit that Madonna used with his angles and getting in and outwork AB. So when people say, "Oh man, AB's opponents is better than Bud's," but then Bud's opponents at 147 would beat AB. So what you saying? So people. That's why I'm saying.
Yo,
That's why I'm
bro.
glad I do my research myself and I do my.
Yo,
Go ahead,
bro,
bro.
and Egas is underrated, bro. He's a 2-time
He is.
Olympian, and just because he had a bad performance versus Ray Robinson, people are like saying he's shit.
Right.
But
Josh Kelly had a bad performance against Ray Robinson.
hey,
Exactly,
look
bro.
at Porter. Porter had a bad performance versus Ugas, and look what he did with Spence.
And Ray
I'm saying,
Robinson. Porter
See,
I'm
fought
saying
Ray
some.
Robinson. Porter fought Ray
I'm saying
Robinson
some.
when they was prospects. Porter beat Ray Robinson when they was
yeah.
prospect. It was a tough fight. Porter won. So what you saying?
All right, when we look at Sean Porter, we know Sean Porter trained like Sean Porter didn't train like when he fought Earl Spence. That was his greatest training camp. He never trained for nobody like he trained for Earl Spence. But when you look at the situation, I don't think Porter had a bad night against Ugas. Not me. I thought Porter won that fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight the Porter fight that we was accustomed to. So that's why I say everybody want to see you fight one way. To fight, you can't please everybody, bro. Because everybody they got their perception of how you're supposed to win the fight or how you're supposed to look in the fight. It don't matter if you win the fight or not. It's just well, you know what? Always gonna be something to nitpick at, bro. Me, win the fight no matter what. Win the fight, then worry about everything else afterwards. But winning the fight still keep you with your same. If however I look at you, if I look at you
Yep.
as an elite fighter, if you win that fight, I don't give a fuck if you struggle. If you won the fight, I'm still going to look at you as an elite fighter. You want to know why? Because you still won the fight. It's not like
Yep.
you're supposed to go into a ring and just blow every motherfucker out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people looking at Spence, oh, he didn't blow Sean Porter out, so he's not the truth. Man, who blew Sean Porter out? But in my opinion, it was an 8-4 fight. Sean a rough and rugged motherfucker, but they ain't gonna say Spence dropped him. They ain't gonna give him that credit. They take all that away. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy with like boxing fans are fickle, bro. They fickle. They bend and they can break. Nobody really stand too strong on. It's a handful of motherfuckers that really stand strong and solid on what they really think about this boxing game and don't change up.
Yo, I heard somebody say that Mikey has a better resume at 147 than Bud. And I'm like, and the reason was because Mikey lost to Spence, and Spencer beat everybody on Bud's resume at 147. That I
Man,
agree with. But so that's what I'm saying. With resumes, it's not just
all right.
about it's not just about who your opponent beat. It's who would that opponent beat. Like when Mikey beat, was y'all favor Mikey against the three guys at 147 now? Was y'all favor him against Khan, Benavidez, and Horn? You think Mikey beat them at
No, man.
147?
No. That's why I don't
Come on,
look,
man. So
Lauren.
that's
That's
what I'm
why I
saying. When
say.
people say if he beat one, he lost to one person.
Mm-hmm.
Like your resume is based. That's why I don't like doing this, but I gotta break
And
it down.
lost bad though, and lost bad. Not
That's
just
that's
lost,
what
but
I'm
lost
saying.
bad, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And then if you let's say like you try to make a reference like from jobs, right? If you got three different jobs and you got fired on all three of the jobs for stealing, and then you go get another job, that don't mean you nice at it. Just because you got the experience at stealing from another job and getting fired, that don't mean if you go to another job you qualify for it. So that's what I'm saying. Like off of one fight, he fought. It came up two weight divisions or one weight division, however you want to look at it. Fought Spence, got dominated. Now his resume is better than Bud's. So that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be cumulative. So you fight one person, that means you can go your whole career, fight one fight and retire. You done. That other shit don't mean nothing. You know what
Right
I'm
now,
saying?
now, so that mean Ocampo resume better than Buzz too, then, huh?
Yep. Ocampo, Bundu.
Oh man, these people crazy, man.
Bundu
Look,
fought Keith. Bundu fought Keith and Spence.
that's why. Look, that's why Ness never wanted to debate me, bro, because I was gonna tear his ass up. I broke Ness like, man, I was gonna fuck him up, LW. You hear me? And I like him, but he a Spence hater. But his whole thing is only resumes. When people come to me with talking about resumes, you can't play the resume game with me, bro. Because if that's the case, you can go down everybody's resume and pick that shit apart. You know what I'm saying? You can go down everybody's resume. That's why I say we got to look at the skill level and the eye test of when you can see something and say that's a bad motherfucker right there, bro. You know what I mean? Like Jerron Ennis. We can say Jerron Ennis is a bad motherfucker. I like him. I think he got the skills to compete. But look at his resume. People, oh, where he, you know what I'm saying? No, but I still think he's a bad motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nick, yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna type this real quick. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why it's the narrative to discredit Bud. And my thing is, we on this boxing community and whatever, we have the power to sway whoever, this, that, and third, until what we want our mindset or what we talking about. So I would say if it was up to me, I will build up Bud and Spence both equal on the same playing field. I would say Bud is this, Bud is that, and Spencer this and Spencer that. He gonna bounce back from this little incident. He gonna come back. Instead of doing that, they diminish the other guy. And what happens with that? Because you lack the knowledge of the sport of these guys' opponents, and then if Bud come in there, and he fight this guy, if it's Kavalauskas, there's a good competitive fight. This is because you was biased about Bud and try to downplay him. You're not gonna get Egas his props because Egas is
Exactly.
proven. You know what I'm saying? He got the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? And it messed up the fight.
Yeah, tell me you heard about the sparring with Kavalauskas and Bud. It was already competitive. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying? It was
saying.
competitive sparring. So when Bud had competitive sparring with Gamboa, look at the fight he had. And
Yep.
man, LW, you hit it on the head, bro. Because I just said this on I think in one of my live streams. I said, listen, bro, stop the just because you see a fighter and y'all don't know nothing about him, do your research, man. Do your research. Like for instance, right? Take this for instance, bro. um Tyson Fury and the guy, what's his name? They just fought, bro.
Otto Walling.
Otto Wilder. Everybody shitted on Otto Wilder. I know they got a lot of jokes going, but he gave Fury some good work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't that he gave Fury the good work. It's Fury a bump. Like, nah, man. That's why I say get these credit. I mean, these fighters they just do. Kavalauskas is an undefeated fighter, a hell of a fighter, bro. He can fight. And I said the same thing. Just said if he going hurt, he have success against Bud. Guess what people gonna say? Oh man, Bud struggled with somebody that ain't shit. Spence go tear his ass up. Just like before the Spencer Porter fight, Bud in the fucking Beterbiev fight. People, oh man, you seen what Beterbiev did to him. Spence go do this. Spence go do that. Spence go fight Porter. Have a good fight. Oh, Spence lost it, man. Terrence Crawford go fuck him up. Like I'd be like, man, y'all crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. they don't keep it perspective and realistic in the moment because they're too busy. They're too busy bashing the one fighter to lift up another one. I always thought that Porter gonna be tough for anybody for Spence. I thought he was gonna be a tough fight for Spence, but I thought Spence was gonna win, just like it happened. I thought that's what happened. Same thing. These guys, I've been asking, when is this so wrong for a world champion to fight a top 10 guy? Eagles is a top 10 guy in welterweight because other than the top 6 guys that always talk about, other than that, you got Ugas. It's him and Lipinets is a 50-50 fight. Eagles and Lipinets is a 50-50 fight. Eagles and Jamal James 50-50. Eagles, he already beat Albanesian. Now it's a way and see on Jaron Ennis, but I think Jaron Ennis has the talent to beat those guys and be 50-50 fights. So why is it so wrong for Bud to fight a top 10 guy, but it's okay for Spence to fight Ocampo because that was his mandatory. People excuse it. Like, to me, it don't really matter to me. I thought, hey, get Ocampo out the way so you can move the bigger and better things. You know, that's what I thought about it. I didn't think, oh man, Ocampo was a bum. Whoever heard of him? But Ocampo, you know what's funny? Ocampo fight tonight, and he been undefeated since
bro.
Undefeated since he lost to Smith. He moved up to 154. He fight tonight on one of the Mexican channels. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you those same people that's down in Spence. I mean down in Bud and whatever. They ain't even talking about Campo. And then it goes both ways too. It's a lot of people bashing Spence. I don't bash Spence because I think he is a great fighter. Now, before he beat Porter, I thought Bud had a better resume at 47. But since he beat Porter, no, and I still think he's a great fighter. And then the thing about Bud should have to fight him, Spencer should have to fight him. My thing is these guys are respectively known as the top 2 welterweights in the division. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what side. Like, you should be hyping that fight up on the strength of it's gonna be a great fight and it's good for the sport of Telemundo it's great for the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of bashing this guy, and then when the fight's made, then you wanna, no, bro, you should lift both of these guys up on the same pedestal. Don't bash them, lift them up. That way, when they fight each other, it'd be the biggest event that we can have in sports. That's what the boxers. That's what fans want to see anyway.
Exactly, bro. But they don't look at it that way. It's become an evil eye. It's an evil eye of who you don't like, and praise the person you do like, bro. Like I say, man, I can get my homeboy on the phone, Tommy Guns, right now, bro. I think I said this in the last. He's like, which one of your kids you want for, money, Spence, or you want for Bud? Because I've been putting cats on these dudes before they became who they was, Lawrence. You know what I mean? And watch both of them grow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna praise both of them just the same, even though I think Spence go win. But it ain't that I don't think Bud can win because it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. It's a 50-50 fight, but I ain't with that Bud fan and Spence. I fuck with both of these dudes. I'm gonna put respect on both of their names. I even with Porter and Thurman, bro, I'm gonna put respect on their names and you know what I'm saying. So it's like people can't keep it real though, bro. They can't keep it real. It's all nothing but defamation of character, or because you don't like a fighter, you find all the dirt you can find on them and bash them and say you doing this and that, but big up the other fighters, and it's crazy, man. I don't know no more, man. I don't know, especially with this boxing shit, bro. This shit it's becoming WWE though, bro. I'm gonna say that shit. It's becoming WWE.
El, you want to get in on this? El Happy?
What was y'all?
I think.
Step away for a second. What y'all talking about?
No, we're just talking about the whole Bud Spence thing. Well, this whatever it is on your mind. We talk.
I'm the type, like, it's an interesting topic, But at the same time, I don't want to just talk about. I get tired of talking about the same thing, like Bud versus Spence. It was almost like AJ versus Wilder. I like, man, I gotta talk about some other shit because it's more to boxing than that. But at the same time, as a diehard fan, we all want to see that fight, so I can see why a person want to do it. But at the same time, I'm like, man, fuck this.
Well, the thing was, Jaleel, we weren't talking about the fight. We was talking about all the shit around the fight. How certain
Exactly.
people go for, Bud, but they want to dog Spence. How certain people go for Spence, they want to dog Bud. They want to find ways to shut these
Exactly.
fighters down when it should be on a firm playing field on building it up because they both are two great fucking fighters.
Right.
And we know that that's the fight that we want to see. So it ain't about
Yeah.
that. It's just about keeping it fair on both sides, bro.
You
So,
know,
like for example, I heard somebody talk about that Bud is ducking Porter, and I'm like, yo, I know we in the social media age, and people know when these guys gonna fight way before, but they don't get announced to like right the 2 month mark. I've been hearing Bud was gonna fight in December, like in August or some shit, and at the time, Spence and Porter was doing their promotional shit. So before the fight, Porter didn't have no chance. Then Porter had a good fight with Spence, had a good showing. You know what I'm saying? Now Kenny Porter said, "Oh, He said we might have to go holler at Bud. We can't get this rematch with Spence. Might, keyword might. Bud already got a fight lined up, bro. How's he ducking? See, that's what they do. They twist the narrative, and then let's say, for example, all right, Bud, he make his title defense. He win against Ives Kavaliauskas in December, and then let's say March or April, he fight Porter. Let's say Porter's at the fight and Porter get in the ring with his doo-doo braids trying to call out Bud. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to take back that he ducked them? You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. Us boxing fans, we impatient. We don't let this shit play out. We want to, he ducking Porter. You think
y'all hear
Porter
me?
will Porter be ready to fight in December coming off that damn tough ass fight with Spence? I mean, come on now. It's October. You think he'll be ready? So that's what I'm saying. It's the narrative. They put the narrative and try to down Bud, and they don't look at the whole thing. The shit don't make sense. How
You
Porter
guys hear
gonna
me, bro?
fight?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can. I hear you, bro. How Porter gonna fight Bud in December coming off that tough ass? I ain't seen no top. If he did that, his ass gonna be diminished like hell because he took some punishment too. So they saying he ducking them, but if Bud fight him like in the springtime, would they take that shit back? Because they got receipts on YouTube. That's the question I want to know. That's why I'm not so quick to say, oh, you ducking, he this and this. I want the shit to play out. You know what I'm saying?
I agree because, like, as a boxing fan, we naturally have our favorite, but at the same time, I always talk to a like you, favorite cheat or you quit or you lose. I hate to see a fucking fighter. I don't care if he my favorite. I hate to see a fighter get cheated in the ring because you messing up the guy's bad money, yo. I hate to see shit like that. I don't care if you my favorite fighter. If you lose, dog, you lose. Like I said, I'm not a yes man person. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm like, yo, dude, you lost. Like that, you need to do it. So that's the type of person I am. But we naturally have who we want to win and shit like that, though. But
Yo, bro, whoever's saying Bud is ducking Porter, that's some just bullshit talk, bro.
yeah, a lot
Man,
of
the PBC side and Bob Earn side is gonna be at a stalemate, bro. Like like I tell people, yes, it's all right when we say, "Oh yeah, we know we seen them do business with my guy John Molina and with the gold medalist and Bud." But it's like
Fierce
when we talk,
Diaz.
yeah, Phillies, yeah, when we talking about these top notch PBC fighters, bro, and knowing they can mix and match them together and make great money and make pay per view fights. It's gonna always be the politics of boxing, bro.
Yep.
So that's why no fighter is afraid to fight nobody, man. That's why I say when people say Lomachenko or Lomachenko will fight any of these dudes, man, that motherfucker is a savage. But it's the politics of boxing. Like when your dude was on here saying, "Oh, I'm a fan of boxing. I want to see this." You coming from a fan perspective, but boxing ain't just a fan sport. You know what I mean? This is a
Mm-hmm.
business, bro. This is a real business that these promoters put their money behind these fighters, and they trying to get the most money that they can get for their damn selves and fill their caskets up, bro. Like this been going on since the beginning of boxing. We understand the
Mm-hmm.
sport, so that's why I be looking at people when they be saying, "Oh, this," and then when I was trying to tell them, I don't get caught up in a hype, bro. Like I'm not getting caught up in a hype. Like Jalik just said, for instance, I'm tired of hearing about Spence and Porter, and I'm sorry, Spence and Bud, and we knowing the fight ain't gonna happen yet. I'm a realist, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sit up here and just
yeah, I'm
keep
sorry.
talking about this fight. No, I'm gonna talk about fucking Crawford and fucking Kavalowskis. I'm gonna talk about
Regis.
I'm gonna talk about the fights that's gonna happen
That
instead of the fights that we want to see, but we know the motherfucker's not gonna happen. You dig what I mean? So it's just about being in a realistic world, man, and getting out of that fantasy shit until the fight can get signed, sealed, and delivered. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's just that's a wow. Regis versus Taylor is that's
Yeah,
like
Next
that's the
week.
problem.
It's next week.
no, that's like last night's
J-
fight. That shit is close, bro.
Joed versus Shakur next week also.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah,
sir.
we can do the same
I'm
thing
looking at the
next week.
fights that are made, bro. I'm tired of going back and
Yeah.
forth with guys
Yeah.
about fights that could happen, the business, man. I don't give a shit. I just want to see the
Yeah.
fight.
Then
I
I do
feel you.
fantasy shit. That's fun to me, but like I mean that's buzz. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the fight. I'll pick Bud to win, but I'm like, damn, man.
I'm ready for Lubin and FA. They fight next week too. Them guys staying busy. I think this
Hey yo,
FA's third or fourth fight.
so it's three good cards on a Saturday, man. That's beautiful.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Let's just man, Instagram punk ass blocked me yesterday from streaming the fight on Instagram and shit.
Oh, for real?
Soon the fight went off, fucking go live again. Yeah, somebody want to hate it on me, bro, because I was streaming the undercard fights on ESPN Plus.
Oh,
Then when it comes to
shit.
the card at night, yeah, man. I mean, I got so many fucking like, bro. You know, I'm like, they not letting me stream, bro. But I was, I was going play by play for Big Mill and shit, so that made me miss out on some money with they punk ass. But I ain't gonna miss out on no money this week. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
I ain't streaming
Okay.
shit. Till
Hey guys, I want to hear
Yeah.
you guys' opinion, man, on next week fights, like the breakdown. Who do you think is gonna win or not?
I got Shakur winning a unanimous decision. He might get buzzed a little bit because homeboy fighting. He like fighting for his sister, so I won't be surprised if Shakur get buzzed because I'm not sure if Shakur has a great chin or not. But I see him winning a UD. I see Regis Prograis winning. I see Regis Prograis winning by late TKO or split decision against Josh Taylor. And Derek Chisora versus Price, I got Chisora winning. And Erickson Lubin, I got him winning by knockout. I like Lubin, man. I like Lubin a lot, yo. I always like Lubin. Even after he lost, I still ride with him. That's the type thing I am. Just because you lose, I ain't gonna just not be a fan of. Now, if you like I said, if you cheat or quit, I'll be like, oh, come on, bro. If you just lose, I ain't gonna just fall off the bed.
Hey yo, Jalik, you're still a doo-doo fan, bro?
Oh, come on, man. We know he top 4. I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
I like the fight. I like Easter and Granados though. I think that's gonna be a fun little fight. I think Easter gonna have to prove some stuff.
Yep.
Granados is coming off a tough ass beating against Danny Garcia, so I don't know how much he's gonna have left. But I do like him at 140 better, and I think it's a good little crossroads fight. I think it's a lot of. I guess it's some sentimental shit. This is the same place where Issa won his world title, so maybe he can perform a little better and have that memory. I don't know, but and F.A. Ajaba, he's always one of my favorite fighters to watch because that dude be coming, he be throwing like 9 punches around with big ass heavy hands. He's fighting another African guy. He should stop in like 2 or 3 rounds. So yeah, man, it's a lot of boxing. Don't forget, I ain't gonna forget about the females though. Mikael Mayer, she's fighting next week on the undercard of Shakur, and Josh Grid Jr. He's fighting Antonio Nieves.
What about Chisora and Price? Who you got in that one?
Man, that's a 50-50 fight in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got my boy Price by knockout.
I like Price too. I like Price by decision actually because look, I've been going back doing some research, man. Chisora is a dog. He gonna come to fight. He always come to fight. But if he can get her, he got to be able to get around that jab and that right hand. Sometimes he struggles with that. Sometimes he's lazy. He's not gonna want to try to cut the ring off and do what you gotta do, move your head and slip and slide and try to get inside. That's not the Chisora that he used to be. He used to be like that, coming in with the Joe Frazier kind of defense. He ain't like that no more. He'll sit down and take shots now. And if David Price is a big ass puncher with the right hand, and if he able to tee off, he fuck around and stop Chisora. And then on the other side, we already know old boy's gas tank is trash. David Price, but he got a confidence builder in his last fight. He stopped the guy in the 11th round and he wasn't tired. So maybe that's a confidence builder. That's what I'm saying. So I like Price, man.
I like
another thing too, Jaleel. I got some research shit for you. Let me tell you how mentally I be into this shit. All right, I'm looking at both of their box works and shit, right? So I can go back and watch the fights, and I noticed it's a pattern. With their wins and losses. Price, he won 2 in a row. No, he lost 1, then won 3 in a row, and then he lost his 4th fight. And this time he's due to win. Now, Shazor, he'll win 2 in a row, then lose his 3rd fight. Go look at the box rate. That's been the pattern, how them guys been losing. That's why I'm going with Price.
Hey, it's funny you said that, because I said that about Porter, right? When he won the title from Devin Alexander, he defended it, then he lost that bitch.
And lost
he
it.
won a title against Danny, he defended it, and he lost
And
that
lost
bitch.
it. Yep.
But
See?
with Price, right? I like Price. I like when he keep his range and distance. That's when he at his most dangerous. And Price got power, bro. He got some power. So if he can stay at the distance, bro, and like you say, don't get gassed out early on, he gonna give himself a good chance because he kept Dave Allen as at a distance, and I like that what he did. He never let him in, and he kept him on the outside. But we know Derek Chisora is a taller fighter, but he can also punch and get to the body. But we've seen his ass go out, so he chinny. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I lean towards Derek Chisora in that fight, but I do give David Price a chance.
He chinny, yeah. Said Thompson, man. They seem like ever since then, like Thompson.
Yeah, with Prograis, and Josh, man.
Damn,
That's a
good
hell
one.
of a fight, yo. It's a hell of a fight. That's gonna be a pick 'em fight. I still think Josh go get him. I still think Josh Taylor gonna get him. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, but like I said, I'm still going off Josh Taylor making a better adjustment, bro, when it comes down to not sticking to one style of fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's a longer fighter and taller fighter, so he got grit too. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be. I'm going for Regis Prograis, but I think Josh Taylor gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's all gonna come down. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I got Shakur winning unanimous decision. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I got that as unanimous decision, but I do see Joey Gonzalez having some success, bro, because he can fight he can fight. He ain't no bitch. He ain't afraid of Shakur. He feel like he can knock him out.
Right.
He set his shit up. He got real power. He
Oh,
come from a
okay.
fighting background. You know what I'm saying? His daddy he studied the game. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get Shakur a little challenge. That's what I mean by Shakur. He's moving the right way. But that's the way you want to become a champion against a good fucking opponent. You know what I'm saying? So I think Shakur get that bitch too. And Michaela Myers gonna win. I think Savannah Marshall fight today or next week.
Yeah, she fight today. She fight today.
Today, and I like Savannah Marshall and shit. I be talking to her and shit. And I got her winning too. So we going in a good week of boxing, bro. And we go in on a good year of boxing too. So
yes, sir.
Because the monster about to fight Nonito. I said if anything upset, the monster better be very, very, very careful.
Man, he about to retire.
The monster's gonna knock that boy out.
Winning. No. Check this out. I got the monster winning, just like I got Lomachenko beating Comey, but that puncher's chance is very real on there.
That's true too. I can't lie to you. And we seen the monster.
Very real, yo.
Y'all underestimating the monster, bro. I think the monster's gonna do easy work out of that dude.
Inouye is one of my favorite fights. I never underestimate Inouye, bro.
That shit.
But what Jaleel is saying is we seen Nonito the power. Like we know that's what he's known for, the power. That he made his name off his power on Victor Chenyanez. But Nonito has a puncher chance, bro. And Inouye can get hit. He can get hit early on. We seen that shit. He get hit.
Yeah, but what I learned. But what I learned about boxing over the years, straight punches beat curved punches, bro. I mean, Inouye's gonna sleep that boy.
And his body work.
I got Inouye retiring Nonito Donaire.
I gotta win it too, but I'm gonna be glued to that shit. I'm gonna be glued.
You guys are gonna be surprised. I think Inouye's gonna knock him out like in 4 rounds.
No. That's what we know. But Nonito Donaire, I won't be surprised. Put it like this: if Nito Donaire sleep him, I won't be surprised. I won't.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about boxing, though. You never know. That dude got that puncher's chance, and he proved it. I
could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe. Yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe.
No, I got anyway stopping him like in 5 and 6, but I'm rooting for Donaire. I'm just gonna be 100. He in my age range. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him. But I think, and see, this is another thing. I said this before though. Anyways, brother. is fighting on the undercard against Abd Ali for the WBC title at 118. Now you know how these brothers are when they fight on the same card. Just like
Yeah, ain't the
last
same.
night. Just like last night though, the Adorno brothers. That's a little they on some prospect shit, and they talking about they don't like fighting on the same card. Now imagine, you never know if your brother get beat up and your daddy is a trainer and he got to come back. How he gonna get you mentally prepared for down there? That might sidetrack you, or maybe it'll get you 100. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he gonna be feeling down if his brother get out there and get beat up. Man, come on, yo, ain't nobody gonna be like ready to, you ain't gonna want to fight down there. You gonna want to fight that guy that just beat up your brother.
Now,
Is the
but
dude he's fighting? That's a French dude, right?
Nordine.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You gotta stay focused because you don't want two brothers to lose on the same night. So sometimes it can work in a favor, and sometimes it can go against. Because like you gotta redeem the family, baby. If my little brother get his ass whooped, I can't go out here and get my ass whooped too. Now, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. You got to redeem the family. Hey, Martin Bacoli, the heavyweight prospect, just stopped Kevin Johnson. That's the second time Kevin Johnson got stopped. The other time was AJ.
Wow.
You said Lawrence Coley?
Okay.
No, his name Martin Bacoli. That's the guy that Michael Hunter beat last year.
Okay, yeah.
The big guy. He just stopped Kevin Johnson. I think old girl about to fight next. I'm about to get off. Hey, I want y'all to get some last shots, man. Shout outs and shit. I want to salute the chat, man. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody today. Neutral Natural, Teddy B, Kurt for coming on. Marlo was in the chat. A bunch of people, man. I appreciate all you guys. I want to give y'all go and get some last words, man. I'm about to shut it down, bro.
Well, I appreciate you, I appreciate you having me on there. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Beterbiev done it. And I don't see nobody. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I really don't see nobody, even at 160, 168, beating Beterbiev. Possible, but I haven't seen it yet. And can make his claim of pound for pound status if he become undisputed, and not just being one of the greatest pound for pound, but also the best Eastern European. He's going for that title over Usyk and Lomachenko. I mean, he has a chance. We'll see. But yeah, like I said before, man, I appreciate you having me on here.
No problem, bro.
I appreciate it for having me on, Lawrence. And salute to the guys on the panel. And you guys keep an eye on Inoue. He's a future pound for pound king.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you too, bro.
We ain't got to keep an eye on Inoue. Inoue has arrived, buddy. I'm sorry.
He already on the list. He like number 5.
Exactly, bro. Inoue is
he bad.
His name ain't the monster for nothing, but salute to Jalik, salute to El Jefe, El Dub, Lawrence Wayne, one of the realest. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the chat, man. We saw blood boxing in the chat as well. So salute to everybody for riding with Lawrence Wayne, man. Y'all ride this dude with real boxing, man. Like I say, Lawrence had a I ain't gonna stop saying it, Lawrence. When you tell me come on, I'm like, hey, bro. Lawrence I say, hey man, you gotta put in a little work, bro. He go, Lawrence, but what about this fight and that fight and this fight? I say, damn, all right, bro. Okay. But it's all love though, man. Like I say, I want to see your platform grow, bro. You're a real when you deserve it, man. Everybody keep supporting boxing, keep keeping it real, man. You dig what I mean? Great fights coming up. And man, we just gonna continue to ride it out. Rest in peace to Pat Day. You dig what I mean? Earl get better, get back in the ring. And like we gonna say, man, enjoy the fights tonight. It's a few fight shop, we gonna watch every goddamn thing, And Jalik, send me the link to your PayPal, bro, to the Instagram account because I can't find you, bro.
Okay, all right. I send it to you.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you guys, man. It's a good show. Blood Boxing's in. He changed his junk. All right, salute to Blood Boxing, man. Everybody, man. I appreciate what y'all said, man. I agree with what you said too. All you guys be chopping up this boxing. It's a good thing. It's no personal shit. It's all love. It's all fun. You know what I'm saying? We get into it. We talk boxing. We go back and forth. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I just don't like defamation. I just don't like defamation of currency, bro.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. I agree with you because I think you can cross a line at a certain point, but you gotta keep. If you're gonna defamate this guy, defamate all of them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep it consistent. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, man, rocking with me. I just wanna. This is my platform. I just want to just put out my boxing knowledge and what I know about the sport. You guys chime in, rock with me, talk about what y'all experiences and all that shit. Everything is all welcome. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. It is all love for the sport of boxing. And this is how we're gonna rock this thing. Make sure y'all stay tuned for all this boxing coming up. Support each other's channel. You know what I'm saying? Go rock with them, listen to them, get some good knowledge from the other guys' channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one doing it, of course. So, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. Appreciate all you guys for rocking with me, man. I'm out.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, bro.
I give you a rematch. I give you a rematch one day. You
all right. Now, you ready?